And welcome to Temecula, California. This is Al Campagnone. We'll be broadcasting live tonight the All-West Football Classic, featuring great high school athletes from California and also from the West. And they'll be participating in 4 quarters of pretty action football. And my partner, Sean, is here. Sean, it should be an interesting evening, to say the least.
Absolutely, Al. I'm excited to be here tonight. We have some of the best senior high school athletes from really across the country. We have the best from California that is defending for California, the state itself. Here we are in their home field. And we also have everybody else from the West Coast. But let's keep in mind, it's not the best in the West Coast. It's the best from the country that are playing on the West Coast team. We have talents from New Jersey, Florida, Alabama, all the way up north to Minnesota. We have the best high school football players in the nation here on this field tonight, and it's going to be very exciting to see them compete head-to-head, one-on-one with each other, I should say, and for the first time probably this season, playing in climates they're not used to, playing under conditions they're not used to, and playing with teammates they regularly don't play with.
Yeah, so the chemistry has to be right, but I can tell you these guys have trained for many years. They're seniors in high school, so they're anxious to get it on tonight with their opponents.
Absolutely, absolutely. Earlier today we saw the freshman class, which are a little younger, a little less experienced, and anatomically they haven't gone through puberty yet. Tonight we're seeing players that are going to compete at a collegiate level. These are players that will go on to the NFL. These are the future of tomorrow's football industry, live in front of us tonight. And Al, I'm excited. I can't wait to hit the field.
Well, I'm excited too, so stay with us because it's going to be an action-packed night with all-star classic football right here from Temecula. And welcome to Temecula, California this evening at the Great Oak Stadium. This is the West Coast Football Classic, and we are happy to be here. Al Campagnone doing the play-by-play.
And this is Sean Navari on color tonight. We're excited to have the senior classmen in, the best of the West here from the Western states, but really from all over the country, competing with the best in California.
You bet, and we're about maybe 10 seconds away from kickoff here, and it should be a very interesting game.
Absolutely.
As the West will be kicking off to California.
Whistle's blown. West is lining up.
There it goes. Here's the kick. And it's a good kick down to about to the 25. And it's caught by number, let's see, who made that catch? Number 43.
See, this is something that we didn't see earlier today. With the upperclassmen, with the seniors in high school, we're seeing a much, much higher level of competition. And that's something that I love to see. I'm sure you like to see it as well. It makes for more exciting games.
That's right. No question about that.
And again, on the field today, we have the future of the football industry. These are players that are going to go on to Division II, Division I schools. These are some players that might get picked up by the NFL, and they might end up going to Europe. These are the kids that we need to keep our eye on. The best on the West Coast, 1/3 of the country that are gonna be the future of this business.
So Team California has the ball. And they're in a shotgun formation, and there's the snap. Quarterback throws a long pass downfield. It's incomplete.
It's incomplete, yeah. Sorry, our camera was a little bit too tight on that one. We didn't catch it, but it looked like an incomplete pass waved off by the referee. These are the type of things, again, Al, that we're going to see from upperclassmen. We're going to see from seniors. A lot more instinct, a lot more natural built-in skill that has been instilled in them from years and years and years of coaching. Football, from where I'm from in the Midwest, it starts as early as 6th grade. These kids are now pushing 7, 8 years of practice and experience.
That's right. That is the truth. Here we go with second down, 2nd and 10. The ball is on the 30-yard line.
Shotgun formation again.
Number 8 in motion, little handoff to the fullback, and he's just wrestled almost to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now. Just a gain of about a yard here on that last play. Good defense by West.
right now at this point in the game, it's just cat and mouse. It's just feeling each other out, trying to figure out what is the best in the West's strategy. What are the all-stars in California strategy? Trying to figure out the direction they're going to play in.
You bet. Still in a shotgun formation for their quarterback. And there's the snap. And a nice throw downfield and almost caught, but incomplete by number 0. And that is going to bring 4th down to the play.
The starting quarterback for California is Cole Geerthis out of Hillside High School in Sacramento. That's showing how far these people have come. We're in the southernmost region of Southern California. We are in San Diego County. This guy came all the way down from Sacramento just to play in this team.
That's incredible. Here comes a kick. It's a good kick down to about the 30, and it's caught by a young man out there, number 1.
That's something that's so exciting to see about this stuff. We like to see the development of children, seeing the development of children into men. Really, we started with 14-year-old kids. We're up to 18-year-old men. To see how somebody can progress in just 4 years of coaching, just 4 years of experience, makes you think of somebody's first-year contract when they move up to bigger and better things. An NFL player in their rookie year versus the last year of their starting contract is really, really a huge transition that we are seeing live in front of our eyes in just a span of a couple hours.
So it's Team West. It's on the 20. The ball's on the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to the halfback, and it looks like he made a couple of yards.
It's nice to see these guys nose to nose on the line and seeing that the difference in size is very, very minimal. Earlier today, we saw a huge discrepancy between 14-year-old boys. Between these 18-year-old men, seeing them nose to nose on the line, there's a lot less size discrepancy, a lot less different in weight, which I would assume means a lot less difference in power, and we have a much, much more even playing field.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 31. No score. We're into the first quarter.
Got 11 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter. This is something that I think these people are going to have the talent to do. I think these level of players are going to be able to watch the clock, to be able to feel things, to be able to move on instinct without getting information from their coach and directing directly from the sidelines.
So it's 3rd and 5. Ball's on the 35-yard line. There's a snap to the quarterback, thinking about throwing, but decides to run, and he runs out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Very, very impressive to have that kind of
a lot of mobility there with number 5.
I was just about to say that. Let's take a look at this replay right here. He was going to go in a pass. That was the call that was made to him from his coach, but he decided to take it on his own to run up the sidelines. And if you ask me, Al, that was the right decision. He made the right call there, feeling his gut instead of remembering what he was told. And that was the difference between gaining yardage and losing yardage, which is just what we saw right now.
Zachary Bennett from Skyline High School from Idaho playing quarterback.
Is Idaho still considered the West Coast?
That's a little bit of a stretch.
Those surfers aren't as good looking.
Okay, it's 4th and 1, and it looks as though he might have made it. Let's see.
What's the call from the ref? They're saying no good.
No good. He didn't make it. So the ball's going to be turned over.
Man, if we get an instant replay of that, I felt like he had that forward momentum to make it happen. It was his own teammates that got in the way. He plowed right into another white jersey's back. He did not get intercepted by a red in between him and first down. It was another white jersey.
So Team California now takes over in great field position, too. The ball is on the 37-yard line. In excellent position now for the club. See what they do.
Odds. I really, really like their odds.
There's a handoff to one of the backs and straight up the middle for a good yardage.
Amazing play from California. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Them feeling each other out. And, again, psychologically going into The first touchdown. The first touchdown is so important. The first touchdown sets the pace. The first touchdown is the one that can give you that confidence you need to win or rock you with that type of unconfidence to lose.
You bet. Here, they're in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Here's a pass, and it's caught.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Is the referee calling that as incomplete?
Looked like he had caught it, but referee ruled the other way. Incomplete pass. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 with the ball on the 24 for California. No score. We're in the first quarter of play, about 9 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
The current running back for California, number 8, Lon, he is a superstar. He is the one that has been in the entire state of California. He's the one they're talking about. He's the one that all the schools are looking at.
There was a fake handoff by the quarterback, but he decides to run, and he's gaining some yardage. That's Brett Bohm. And he's from Menifee.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. So impressive. Here's a replay of that right now. Look at this. Shotgun snap back to the quarterback, fakes it, and then himself, he takes it in. He runs up the sideline. This might be the most significant gainage of yards we've seen so far in this game, and it's done by the quarterback himself on foot. Looks like we got a couple more of those Kmart jerseys with no numbers on the back.
So it's 1st down and 10. The ball on the 16 now for California as they're moving the chains, trying to get in that end zone and get that first score. Showing you're funny. There's a handoff to number
fake
38.
Too. My eyes fell for it. I followed the quarterback. He didn't have the ball the entire time.
A nice fake and a handoff to Elijah Gilroy from Upland, running back, 5'8", 159 pounds. So the ball now is at the 14-yard line, approximately. 2nd and 8.
8 minutes left in the quarter, still nothing on the board. It really is a pick 'em right now. Right now, it's up in the air. Right now, they could set the pace for the rest of the game, really.
Brett Bohm, the quarterback in shotgun. Here's the snap. Little fake handoff and a throw to the side to running back number 3. So he picked up a couple of yards.
Made some forward momentum.
Ball now is on the 8-yard line. We're in the first quarter of play. There's no score between California
and West. Here's the replay. Real quick, watch that pump fake. Watch the fake handoff. He passes it to look like it was number 3. It might be an 8. I can't see the front of his jersey. But that was really what it needed to do on the 2nd down. He got some yards. He made a little bit forward progress. If they can get just 2 more yards in, they are standing exactly where they want to stand.
Yeah, I think it was number 8. Lawson Carney. So it's 3rd and 2 for California. Fake throw and runoff play. Fake to throw the ball, but he handed it off, the quarterback did, to number 8, and that looks to be a 1st down. Ball's on the 5-yard line now.
Quick talk on the field. This is something else I'd like to see, is how well the communications hold up between 18-year-olds.
You bet. Here's the snap. And a handoff back to the running back, and he's in for a touchdown.
Amazing, amazing. They made it on foot. They plowed forward this entire first quarter just on foot, and they got there. They got where they needed to be. Here's a replay right now for California. Snaps it back to the quarterback, number 7. Number 8 has a small opening, but an opening nonetheless, and he was able to get right through there on his own. That's Lon Carney.
Nice play by California as they score first in this contest. And let's see for the point after.
Lon Carvey out of South Hills High School in West Covina, California, from the Los Angeles County. Sets up for the field goal, punts it up, and it looks like it's good to me. Let's see what the referee says.
No good.
No good.
No
Oh, my
good.
God.
Off to the left.
My next stop is Lens Crafters after this, so I can see this monitor better. One day we'll get enough in our budget to bump up to high definition. I'll be able to see those calls.
That would be good. Okay, with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter, California has taken the lead. However, the point after was unsuccessful. It's 6-0, favor of California. All the best high school athletes participating in tonight's game in Temecula, California. It's a great evening for football at the Great Oak Stadium. California will be kicking off here. Six to nothing is our score. Just joined us.
If you're looking at the graphics box right now, we have it backwards. We're going to flip it up right now. California just made the touchdown with 6. Ignore the colors. Read the text. If you're colorblind, you guys are sitting pretty. But for the rest of you on the planet, California just made the touchdown for 6. West is in the white jerseys. They stand at 0.
That's pretty important stuff there, Sean.
And minor details, minor details. Let's not keep track of who scored what.
You bet. Well, earlier today, the temperature must have been 65-7 degrees on the field. In the press box, maybe about 90.
900.
There's the kickoff. And let's see. A nice recovery by number 29 from the West squad. Jack Carter from Clearfield High School from West Point, Utah.
Utah again. I guess you consider that the West Coast.
Nice play. Ball is down on the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 now for West. They trail in the game by 6 points. Point after was not good.
It's really nice if you look at the field right now, all the different color helmets are all the different schools around the country. That's where you can see how much differential there are in these teammates. These guys are teammates that have never played with each other.
That's right. Shotgun, handoff. Oh, no.
Oh, no, he fumbled, and it was recovered by California. Recovered by California, number 55. Very impressive. Darius Griffin. This is the instincts we were talking about. This is the instinct that exists in older, more experienced children. Let's watch the replay right now. Number 35 had an opening the size of a Mack truck to come through there, but he got stripped out of his hands from California. Number 55 quick to make the recovery. Darius Griffin for the team of California. He's out of La Quinta High School in La Quinta, California itself.
That's right.
Very, very impressive.
The running back never had control of that ball as it was handed off, so now California has the ball again on the 24-yard line of West. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Number 16, the quarterback throws deep, and it looks like it might have been intercepted, and it did.
It's turned around again. Can you believe that?
Yes.
This is the type of action we're talking about. This is the type of excitement that makes games interesting for the people in the stands, as you can hear them. Turned around and turned around again, so it looks like nothing was changed. Let's take a look at the replay right now. Quarterback drops back. Long pass downtown, picked up by the fingertips first of West, and then followed up by an interception.
Yeah, Chaz Sanders from Long Beach High School made that interception.
Chaz Sanders is getting a pat on the back from all his teammates right now. He's the one that made the difference. He put them back to the starting position where they lost possession of the ball.
You bet, but they're back in their own territory on the 3-yard line, so they're going to move that ball upstream here, and let's see what happens. You don't want to have a safety. 6-0 is the score, 6-0. There's the little running play by the quarterback. Was very indecisive whether to throw it or not. I don't think anybody was open there, Sean.
He seemed indecisive, but I think as a quarterback, that was the right call to make. Like you mentioned earlier, he was in dangerous territories. To get back up even to where his offensive line started is the smart thing and the wise thing to do if he wants to avoid ever being in a position to be pushed back into his own end zone for a safety.
So it's 2nd and 9. The ball is on the 4-yard line right now.
4:41 in the first.
4 West. There's the snap and a handoff to number 4 up the field, straight on. And there's a fumble, but that's been recovered by West. That was dangerous to hold on to that ball, Sean.
It was a fumble and it was a recovery. This is something that I'm seeing a lot of in this game. Let's take a look at the replay real quick. He runs right up the middle. It was a tight hole, but it seemed like it wasn't there for him. I mean, I don't know who you put the blame on for that, but there's really no blame to be put when the ball was dropped and recovered by the same side.
Nice tackle by a member of the California squad, or rather the West squad.
This initial quarter, and actually the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, is when we're feeling each other out. I really don't have a footing for how California wants to play, and I don't have an idea how the best of the West wants to play, but we can see the foundation they're going to lay as to how they're going to play for the rest of this game, or at least the rest of the half.
3rd and 1. There's a little handoff, and he gained some ground. Looks like he did make the first down here. Let's see. Check with the ref. Nice running play.
It looks like he got it, but I didn't get a call from the referee yet.
So it's 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line.
We haven't seen a passing game from either team yet. We know what they can do on the ground. It looks like the best in the West has had a little more ground to cover than the California All-Stars, but California has done pretty well thus far, as they're the only one with points on the board.
And the shotgun formation for the quarterback. And a handoff to one of the running backs straight up. Couple of yards, but not much.
Maybe 1 or 2 yards, but knowing how kind of slippery hands these seniors have had, I don't know if a passing game is the right idea. But I know the running game doesn't seem like it's working thus far, so maybe it's time to change things up. But the first quarter is not the time or the place to deviate from your game plan.
That's right. About 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter here, with California leading in the game, 6-0. There's the snap. Quarterback looks back, looking to pass, being rushed, and it turns into a running play, and he's gaining some yardage and gets to a pretty good spot.
This quarterback, number 19, Cody Blackmore, out of North Kitsap High School from Washington, all the way from Palousebo. He's the one that earlier today I said to have that presence of mind, to have that instinct, to have that natural built-in ability that cannot be coached, cannot be taught, is an amazing attribute to have as a quarterback, especially in a game like this when you're playing with the unknown and against the unknown.
A good run by the quarterback, Cody, there, picking up a first down. So it's 1st and 10 on the 30.
Looks like they're in formation for a running play, Al.
Looks that way. No, he's looking back to pass.
No,
throws a short
joke's on
pass
me.
over the middle. And it's a nice gain by number 22.
Absolutely. A first down is a first down is a first down. It doesn't matter how you get it. And if they get it with a running game or they get it with a passing game, they're just happy they got there.
Jermaine Collins caught that. It's from Samuel Clemens High School from Live Oak, Texas. Running back.
There's the pitch right there. You see he caught it. Number 22 made it to the first down for them, and we are back on the field.
He's 5'7" there, Sean. Little guy, but he can run.
Jeremy Collins, the one we just saw on the screen, is an NU All-West running back and MVP.
There's a fake, and now he's going to throw it, and incomplete.
Incomplete pass. 50 seconds left on the clock.
So it's 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 31-yard line.
We got 45 seconds left in this quarter. This is kind of where they have to make things happen. They have to get downfield, and they have to get down there fast if they want to put anything on the board before we enter the second.
California out front, 6-0. Here we go. The ball is on the 31-yard line, 2nd and 3. With 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
This will be interesting to see. Are they going to pull out all the stops?
A
Or are they
little
going to run
fake
at the
and
last second?
Nice handoff to number 4.
Wow, look at that
side.
go.
Nice,
amazing.
Nice gain by Luke Quinn from Horizon Horizon High School from Scottsdale, Arizona, not too far away.
Watch number 4, Luke Quinn, right now. That was a really impressive play. His teammates did their job, and he did his job. He pushed all the way up the left side. Every single white jersey you see is fending off a red jersey, and until they couldn't any longer is when he got dropped, but that was way, way downfield. Those are the gains they need to make an impact in the first quarter.
Nice play by Luke. So it's first down and 10 yards to go. Fake handoff, but he throws, but it's incomplete by the quarterback. Number 3 was the intended receiver. Second and 10. All on the 41-yard line.
There's 15 seconds left on the clock. They have to go for some sort of Hail Mary play or something, or make sure they have an opening for their running back to get some significant yards. Otherwise, it might be all a moot point.
West trail in the game, 6-0. In the first quarter, 15 seconds remain. It's second and 10. The ball is on the 41.
Quarterback drops way, way, way back.
Oh, a nice pass, but that tackler number 8 from California was right there.
It's a tackle for loss, and I think this quarter is over with.
Loss on the play, so it's going to be second down.
There blows the whistle for the first quarter. You see number 19 drops back. He throws a pass, but he did not make it past the initial line. So they are at a tackle for loss at this right under the 50-yard line, and we are going to enter the second quarter now, Al. So at this point, we got to realize, what are they looking for? What are they reassessing? What have they learned about one each other, and how can they apply that to the second quarter before we enter the second half?
That's right. I think they need to probably concentrate on more of their running game instead of trying to throw that pass. That young man from Scottsdale, Luke Quinn, did a pretty good job holding onto the ball and gaining some yardage. So
absolutely, Al.
Feed the ball to Quinn.
I couldn't agree with you more, Al. You have that nail on the head on that one. What I've seen so far in this quarter, and tell me if your assessment is any otherwise, it seems that the passing game thus far for the best in the West hasn't been as strong as their ground game. But it also seems that the passing game of California All-Stars has been their better half.
That's right. I agree. I think you're correct.
How they apply that to the second quarter, how they apply that knowing that they have a weak passing game and they're picking up interceptions left and right, and knowing that they have a weak running game and they're the ones that can take it on the ground, it really, really is up to the coach at this point to kind of direct that traffic jam, and then hopefully in the second half, if not much changes, they should be able to make the adjustments on the field.
Okay, so West has the ball just about at the 50-yard line right now. It's second and 10. Third and 13, okay. Here we go. Shotgun formation for West. Looking to pass, and the quarterback does, and let's see, was it caught? Looks like it was. So it's going to be fourth down here. Not enough for that first down on that pass play.
Let's take a look at this replay real quick. As a shotgun formation passes it back to number 18, the quarterback for best in the West. He hikes it downfield, was picked up right before the 40-yard line by number 13, Dakota Keller, and they were able to make some gains on there, but not enough for the first down. But we are there right now, and we're about to snap for the second half. Excuse me, the second quarter.
Dakota Keller is from Wisconsin, a long way from California.
Wisconsin doesn't sound much on the West Coast either. Those surfers end up playing in the tundra.
Well, you have to give a lot of credit not only to the players but to the parents to travel this distance to come and participate in this game and support the kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a really high-profile game for kids at this level. And if they're fortunate enough to make the team, then the second pat on the back goes to the parents. If the kid makes the team, the parent's the one that makes their hard work a reality.
Well, that's right. You know, the practices and the scheduling and all that goes with it. It's not an easy task. I can remember my own kids playing, so I can tip my hat off to the parents of the kids out there on the field.
Absolutely. And if you look in the stands, you see all these parents that are here to watch this game. I guarantee you less than 5% of them live here in Temecula. Those parents made a hike to see their kids perform. Those fans made a hike to see these kids perform. And so far, these kids haven't let down. This is the best you can get at a high school senior football level.
In fact, we even have some kids from Canada participating in this game tonight. It's 4th and 6. The ball is on the 43-yard line for the West Club. Shotgun formation once again for Cody Blackmore, the quarterback, looking to pass, but he decides to run, and he's going to get tackled almost at the scrimmage line there.
Now that's what I like to see from number 50 from California. Little collar, little flash. That was Jalen Wyatt hulking up after he drove a guy right into the ground. Let's watch this replay real quick. Snaps back, number 19 quarterback is held down by number, can't read the back of his jersey, but number 50 takes him to the ground, and immediately after that jumps to his feet, yells and screams, gets super, super excited that he made that play for his team.
Okay, so the ball's turned over now to California. There's a pass on over to on the right side to one of the tight ends, and let's see, number 3, no name or no number. Pickup of about 4 yards on that play for California. So it's 2nd and 6 right now. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Oh, the ball is snapped and gets by the quarterback, and he pounces on it to maintain possession. So it's going to be a loss of yardage on that play. It'll be 2nd down. Or at 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 19 now, excuse me.
At the 57-yard line, so far in this game, I thought we'd have a clear-cut, I don't want to say advantage, but a dominant team, but that really hasn't proven the case. Maybe the 6 points on the board has just been a fluke.
Cody Blackmore is the quarterback for California. Here's the snap and a throw on over to one of the receivers, number 0. And a nice tackle out there.
Number 0, Jaron Scoggins from, I lost him on my rosters. Jaron Scoggins from Long Beach High School in Lakewood, California. Made it all the way out here to Temecula. 3-hour journey by car to come south just to be able to play in this game.
So it's 4th down now, 4th and 12. Ball appears to be on the 42-yard line.
So this is the type of action we've seen earlier today with the quarterback, with the players looking to the sidelines for directive. It's the kind of stuff I thought we'd see less of, and we're definitely seeing less of it than the freshman game. But to make those calls on the field, to have that kind of experience, to see this downfield punt without any audibles called, without any improvisation, based off their instincts. California just recovered number 35. To see that type of action is something you would expect from an upperclassmen, and available for these students if they're going to progress to the next level, which I think a lot of them have the potential to do.
So West has the ball right now at about the 25-yard line. They trail in the game 6-0. We're in the 2nd quarter of play. Fake handoff and a throw, and it's short. Incompleted pass on that play for West. So it's 2nd and 10, ball still on the 25-yard line with about 11 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter here. In a pretty closely matched game here, Sean.
Absolutely. I thought with 11 minutes left in the clock in the half, we would definitely have a clear-cut advantage, but we really don't. There's just a fake handoff downfield. Oh, my God, just leveled by number 24 from California. That was insane on an incomplete pass. We might get an instant replay of that just for our sadistic pleasure.
Yeah, just so we can see it again, right?
Jeez.
It happened quickly.
Here it comes right now. Quarterback throws it downfield. Number 24 just levels him on an incomplete pass. That hurt me, and I'm 100 yards away in the press box.
Alex Herrera made that stop, and it was a big stop.
It wasn't a stop. It was a murder.
Okay, the quarterback scrambling, throws down deep, and it's caught by number 9. A nice play on that for West as they come up with a big play.
Very, very impressed catch by William Harvey. Right in bounds before he stepped out of bounds. Didn't take any sort of impact on that hit, but they got some significant yardage. I think it was the most gains they made in one play so far this game.
I think so.
At least in the first quarter. Quarterback drops back, throws it all the way up the right side. Number 9 catches it inbounds before he's pushed out of bounds to stop the play and the clock.
Nice play by Cody and the reception by the receiver there. So it's first down and 10. Ball at the 50. Drops back to pass again. Incomplete. Over the center, over the middle of the field. Number 9 just could not hold on to the ball. William Harvey.
That same William Harvey that just made that amazing play for gains just caught it right in the elbow. Unfortunately, didn't make any forward momentum on that.
So we're now down to about the 50-yard line.
They're in scoring position, and with 11 minutes left on the clock, I think something like this can happen. We are dead 50-50 with the team in white that is the best of the West in possession of the ball. I don't think there's any reason whatsoever that they couldn't be just as opportune to score a touchdown. It's just whether or not they have the chance, the fortune, and the talent to do so. And I think they do.
Quarterback throws the pass, and it's caught. Blackmore to, let's see, number 12 caught that ball. I believe it's number 12.
So here's where they're at, Al. They're right practically on the 50-yard line. They're 3rd and 7. What's the decision you make? Do you guys think at this point we can still go for it, or do you set yourself up to go in punt formation, or do you think it's something that you can drive through, you can make it, you can get that first down, and if you don't, you're just at the 50-yard line?
It's 3rd and 7. Blackmore's going to pass. No, he decides to run up the middle straight, but he's stopped in his tracks. No gain, really. And it's going to be 4th down.
Absolutely. That was kind of their worst case scenario right now. They didn't make any forward momentum, but they're in a position where they turn over on the ground right now. How big of a loss is it? You're at the 50-yard line. You're right at 50-50.
So the kicking team is on the field. It looks like they're going to punt the ball to California, who lead in the game 6-0. Here's the snap, and it's almost over the head of the kicker.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to try to run it out.
He has to. He has to. Go. Oh, my God. He has no support. Oh, my God. He made that kick. That was crazy. And what a kick. And what a kick.
And that ball is still loose. What a play, and I think California has recovered.
That was amazing. What a play. I couldn't believe that he went that far back and had an opportunity to come forward, didn't take it, and still made an amazing punt downfield. That was so impressive.
Well, that was one for ESPN maybe, right?
Something for YouTube if these kids can't make ESPN at least. I'd settle for Vivo or MySpace Video, something. Give this kid some sort of pat on the back.
Ball's at about the 48-yard line now. California has an opportunity here to take advantage of the momentum.
What an impressive play. No instant replay on that one?
That was a heck of a kick. After that snap was almost over his head, grabbed the ball with one hand and tried to run a little bit, but then decided to kick it, and he did. It's amazing he got it off.
They make an instant replay of a fat guy with a hot dog falling down the steps. They're going to show us that one again?
That's right. This is an all-star game.
These kids are all-stars. That was impressive.
Well, the coach is out there talking to the ref, so he's disputing something. Let's see.
Oh, here it is, that replay. I eat my words. Look at this. He comes backfield, ball in hand, doesn't know what to do. Keeps going further back, doesn't see any white jerseys. Kick. With a swing across his chest. That might have been the wrong foot that he kicks with. He made it that far downfield. Was so impressive. And
Heck of a
again,
play.
we keep forgetting we are talking about 18-year-old kids here. These are not paid athletes. These are not professionals. These are kids that play this game because they love it. And to make plays like that is so, so impressive and fun for someone like myself, and I'm sure yourself to call.
Oh, sure. That's right. I mean, these guys obviously want to continue their careers, and they want to get on to college, most of them, and play football for their school. And this is a great learning experience. There's no question about it.
Absolutely. The best part of this game is all these children usually are the star players, MVPs of their respected team. This is their first opportunity they have to play with other students of the same caliber that they are.
California has the ball at about the 49-yard line. There's a handoff to number 8, and he's going to make some ground to the left side, still running, and he's forced out of bounds.
And he was struck, and that was a very, very good play by number 8, Lon Carney, again making some significant gains. If you watch right here, short handoff right to him, runs right up the left side, is able to pass the offensive line right now, and he's making gains before he's stopped by 2 white jerseys it took to take him down and out of bounds.
A good play by number 8.
Number 8 from South Hills High School in West Covina, California, Los Angeles County, for Lon Carney.
West Covina, the home of a couple of baseball players that I know of. So it's first down for California right now. The ball's on the 38-yard line. Little shotgun formation here. Oh, snap goes to number 98. He throws a long pass across the field, and it looked like there might be a flag on there. No flag, I see.
I don't hear a whistle, and I didn't see a flag, but I mean, that one is obvious to you as it was to me. If they're going to show an instant replay of that real quick, you can hear from the disapproval of the fans in the stands, even they saw it.
But no flag, and no penalty has been called thus far.
Here comes the replay. We'll take a look again. And tell me what you see, Al, when it's coming downfield.
Oh,
I don't know. It's hard to call. Maybe the referee made the right decision. It sounded from the disapproval of the fans that nothing was there, but I thought I saw him grab him before.
Looked like he did, but they're a little closer to the play than we are.
Absolutely. That's why they pay them the big bucks and they pay us in peanuts.
Ball on the 38-yard line right now. California trying to move that ball and maybe possibly score.
Shotgun play.
Shotgun and 98 is going to throw another long pass downfield, and it's caught by number 1. What a play.
Amazing. Hopefully we had another camera on the other than the live feed you just saw. If we get a replay of that real quick, you'll see that was an impressive play from up here in the press box. We got a tight shot of No coming up right now. Here it comes, number 98, Cretan Webb, dives back, launches it downfield all the way. First class package delivered to number 91 from California, Lamerrill Taylor. Amazing play from Dukeland, Indiana. Made an offer to him to play for them.
So the ball is now down at the 2-yard line, and they're about to punch it in. Let's see what happens here. A little bit of a quarterback sneak. Did he get in? Let's see what the ref is going to call. I don't think he made it.
You're going to have to excuse me a second ago. Duke and Indiana both made an offer to him to play college ball for them. And it looks like, I can't tell the call from the referee. Did they say that's a touchdown? It looks like they're setting up for.
It looks like it was a touchdown.
It looks like it was a touchdown. Maybe they're just within inches. I don't know what the referee was signaling for, but it was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. They're setting up for an extra point right now. They're going for a 2-point conversion in the early half. Another shotgun to number 1 again. Touchdown is good.
And the 2-point conversion works.
That was Lamar Taylor again. Touchdown and 2-point after touchdown conversion, which puts California firmly in the lead. They made up for the point after touchdown they didn't make in their first score, and now they are up with their second. That puts them in a pretty position with only 7 minutes left in the second quarter. They are the ones that are going to halftime with the confidence. They are the one that gets to go into halftime with the arrogance that you can just see right here.
Well, they're up 14-zip, and a nice pass play by number 98.
Beautiful, beautiful play.
And getting that ball downfield, and for that young man to get into the end zone and score. So
sorry, Al, but give all the credit in the world to the athletes, but let's give credit to the coaches as well to have the presence of mind to know that at this point in this game they need to go for a 2-point conversion. They did it, and it paid off big.
Good point. So they're out now by 14 points over their opponent. Here's a kickoff by California to West here. West trail in the game. We're 7 minutes and about 38 seconds left in the quarter. Second quarter play.
You guys can ignore the graphic on your screen right now. West does not have 8 and Cali does not have 6. We're up to 14 for California in the red jerseys. The score box is very confusing. Again, California is in red, and the best in the West is in white.
Here's the kickoff, and it's picked up by one of the receivers, one of the backs, coming up to about the 26-yard line, 28-yard line, possibly number 1.
That's number 1. That's Chaz Sanders. He plays from Long Beach High School in Long Beach, California. Again, L.A. County.
He's a running back and cornerback.
Made a run back for significant gains from that kickoff return. Not kickoff, punt return.
So it's first down now, first and 10, ball basically at the 28-yard line.
And these kids are playing. They're not taking time off in between breaks. This is that instinct we were talking about. This is the preconditioned skill they have to be able to make plays like this without looking to the sidelines, without making the calls to the referee.
A little confusion on that handoff, but a couple of yards gained.
Absolutely. Now if you look at the graphic on the top of your screen, the scores are correct. The best in the West in the white jerseys, still trailing by 0, with California in the maroon up by 14.
14-0 the score, as Sean said, and we're in the second quarter of play in Temecula, California. Fast becoming a cool night.
It was cool when we got here. It's I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Igloo now.
Cody Blackmore hands off. No, he decides to run number 6 on the left side and tries to cut up, but he's going to be down.
This is something we're seeing big time. California really, really is pushing it to them, and they have that 14-point advantage. They have that confidence. They have that arrogance they rightfully deserve going into the quarter. We'll see how that plays off. Here it comes right now. Fakes the handoff. Does not even phase California. He didn't fall for it. He's coming right behind him on the backside. Number 35 grabs him, and 14 brings him slamming down to the ground fast. Number 14, Paul Manis for California. It's really, really impressive to see kids at this young of an age delivering performances at this high of a caliber.
It was Tyler Baker carrying the ball from Hanford West High School in Hanford, California. 2nd and 12, ball's on the 26. And number 6,
he's taking it for
Taylor's
himself.
Run.
He's taking it for himself, and I think it was the right decision to make.
And he runs out of bounds. And let's see, there's a penalty on that play after the fact.
Flag on the field, flag on the field. Let's see what happens. I thought he made it out of the chains. He's coming through. Here's a wider shot. We could see the quarterback drops back, decides to take it for himself. Nobody was open. Runs up the sidelines on the left side. And I'm looking for a holding. I don't know what exactly we're looking for. I heard the whistle, but I didn't see the play.
Personal foul.
Personal foul, I guess, 1st and 10.
So it's first down and 10 as the chains move on that play.
1st and 10, 50-yard line.
Ball's now going to be placed down at the 50-yard line as West tries to get back into this contest. They trail by 14 points.
Did you see a personal foul? I personally didn't see one, but
see
then again, maybe there's something on the field that I didn't see.
Here's the snap to number 6.
Passes it to his coach, apparently.
Maybe.
His coach was signaling he was wide open and thirsty for a Gatorade, so they threw it right over there. Even the referee's laughing at him. A referee with a sense of humor, get out of town.
Tyler Baker, 6'2", the quarterback, 195 pounds. from Hanford, California. Taking the snaps now for West. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter here with a 14-0 lead by Cali.
You know, this is something fun to see. We have players from the West Coast, and we also have players from California. There are some teammates that might be competing against each other tonight.
I would think so. You're right. Here comes the snap to the quarterback, and he's looking to pass, falls back, and he's getting rushed. Nice pass and completed, but it looks as though not too much in the way of gaining any property out there.
I don't think so, Al. I don't think he even made it past his offensive line. It might have been for a loss, but I don't know.
Yeah, he did lose a yard on that play, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 coming up now for West as the quarterback goes to the sidelines and gets a little encouragement and check with the coach about what play to call here.
This is hard. We need some significant ground coverage before we enter halftime so these teams can go to the locker rooms and reevaluate their strategies, so they can reevaluate what they came into the field thinking they know and what they actually discovered. But if things carry on as they have, I don't know if any discovery or investigative reporting has been done.
So it's 3rd and 11 now for West. Back to pass again and throws to the side and picked up by one of the wide receivers,
There we got it. We got it
number
first.
12. It's a first down. Nice reception.
Very impressive. Made a first down. Here's a replay of that one, Al. He shotguns it back to number 6. Their quarterback, Tyler Baker, shoots it up the left side. 12 picks it up. I thought he was going to be at a loss for yards because I thought he'd get tackled right there, but he made it up, and here he drops at first down, I believe, right underneath the 40-yard line.
Nice catch by number 12. So it's first down and 10. Ball is on the 39-yard line for West as they're trying to get back into this contest. They trail 14-0. Has a ball that handed off, but no gain in that particular play.
On a first down, no gain's okay as long as they're not in a loss. But here it comes, passes it back to number 6, runs up the lines. They started at the 39. It looks like they were dropped right at 39.
Good tackle by number 52, Jason Vandegrad.
I'm really impressed with California's defensive talent. They've really been able to hold them off. We're in a position right now where they're just south of the 50-yard line a little bit. If it's enough for them to make a touchdown, who knows? But hopefully they can.
Is that 3rd and 10? Ball on the 34. 2nd and 10, I'm sorry.
We got 3 minutes left till the half.
Number 12, by the way, is Michael Valencia. Number 6 throws the quarterback, and it's incomplete by West.
Incomplete pass means it kills the clock, and we're going into the half with only 3 minutes left. It's really important. I'm sure it was unintentional, but the fact that it happened is a blessing in disguise.
So it's no gain on that play, 3rd and 10. And the clock is ticking right now. Just under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. California leading 14-0.
With the best in the West having 0 on the board, stopping that clock is the best thing for them right now. They can reassess, reevaluate what they need to do to get on the board to make sure they're in this fight as they go into the second half.
The best of the West kids are all over from Idaho, from Nevada, Texas, you name it, Wisconsin. They're represented at this game, and there's the handoff, or rather the quarterback gets that
flag
ball
on the play. Flag on the play. It doesn't matter what happens right now. We have to wait to get the referee's decision.
Well, it's going to be a penalty. I don't think this is going to count, but it was a nice pass by the quarterback after the snap, decided to keep the ball and ran a little bit and then threw it.
These kids got a lot of fight in them. They knew there was a flag on the play. They heard the whistle, and they wanted to go through with it anyways. Here's a replay right now. Shotgun snap back to number 6. Quarterback drives up the left side. I see the flag right there, but I didn't see anything that happened. We might be too tight in our shot right now, but the referee's going to call it any second. And he's going to show us exactly what happened.
Somebody was offside. Okay, West was offside, I believe. Clock is ticking here. So the ball now is going to be placed at the 45-yard marker. 3rd down and 25 to go. 2 minutes and 41 seconds remaining.
We might
in
have
the
a
second
shot
quarter.
of it right here. It looks like there might be some holding
right there
from the offense. Yeah, on the top half. My eyes
right.
were on the quarterback and the ball the whole time. I didn't look anywhere else.
Yeah, number 29, I believe, was holding. And that's where the flag came into play.
That's number 29. That's saying Yaquez Carter, who was making all those yards in the first half of the first quarter.
So it's 3rd and 25 for West.
3rd and 25 is not a good position to be in when you have 0 on the board.
Baker in a shotgun formation. There's a little timeout on the field right now. 14-0 is the score.
We got 2 left to go. West calls a timeout. They have possession of the ball. Al, what do you think they're talking about right now? What do you think that their coach called the timeout for? What does he need to explain to his teammates that they weren't picking up from the sidelines?
Well, I think they all have to get on the same page, and they need 25 yards here for a first down. So their running game hasn't been so spectacular. So maybe they're going to have a little trick play.
Maybe a trick play. I think with 25 yards to go to the first down, to take a timeout now means they're going to go for it. I don't think it matters if it's 3rd down, 4th down. They know they're going into the half with no points on the board. They're going to go for it. I think regardless of what the outcome is of the 3rd down, the 4th down is going to be a running play, a passing play, something that'll move them forward. I don't think we're going to see a field goal, a punt, or anything other than getting that first down after this one.
Well,
if they don't make it on this one.
You're right. And that's what I think the coaches in the circle of conference right now with his players.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to, instruct them what to do and call the best play under the circumstances because, as you say, it's 25 yards here. 3rd and 25. They trail in the game by 14 points. They obviously would like to put some points on the scoreboard before halftime.
For sure. 10 yards isn't easy to do. 25 is 250% harder, I guess, if my math's correct.
If they're able to score, they get a little momentum going in the locker room. So let's see what happens. Quarterback takes the snap and throws downfield, and it's incomplete.
I didn't expect that play to die in just 6 seconds. So now they have to be reevaluating again if they were going to go for it in the 4th down, if that's something they want to do. 154 is a lot of time for California to do some damage.
Yeah, Tyler Baker seemed as though he was rushed with that throw and wasn't accurate with it. So consequently, it just didn't work out.
I don't know if his line did a good a job as they were hoping for to keep the California All-Stars out of his home.
So it's now 4th and 25, and they will punt away, you would think.
It looks like they're lining up for punt formation, but who knows? It could be a trick play. They're in that position where I said they have nothing to lose.
Well,
they are trailing by 14. They have 2 minutes left in the clock. We are in the second quarter, and they know they're not getting the ball when we come back.
Well, I wouldn't want to try to run this ball. I would kick it if I were the coach, but let's see what happens. There's the snap, and there's the kick.
There's the punt downfield.
It's a high kick, and it's downfield, and it's just rolling around there, and it's down at about the 26-yard line. A nice kick by the kicker from West.
So this is the part of the game where we have to figure out what is their strategy. What do they want to do? How do they decide to shape up this second quarter before they enter halftime? Because when we come back, it's going to be a whole new game. They haven't had a chance to sit as a team, reassess, reevaluate. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? And figuring out how they want to attack the second half. Although it sucks to be at 0 when they have 14 on the board, in reality, it's just 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns is very, very doable in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Well, they really haven't had the scoring opportunities. They haven't had field position, and that's a big deal. So that what football is all about.
Absolutely, Al.
Okay, so California now has the ball. 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. Quarterback throws a side pass to number 10.
Seemed like a dangerous play to make.
Cody Whitaker, the quarterback.
I'm up here in the press box. I only can talk about the game. I don't know what's happening on the field, but I don't know if I would want to lose control of the ball for a lateral movement with no game.
And that was pretty lateral. The best bet would be keep it on the ground. You got 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining.
At least keep it in your hands.
Cody Whitaker is the quarterback in a shotgun. And here comes the snap by the center. Whitaker falls back to pass, but decides to run, and he is running down to about the 21-yard line, and then he's forced out of bounds. But no, he wasn't forced out of bounds. Clock is still running.
There's a timeout called by California. We got 1 minute on the clock. He was knocked out right at the post. That means it's third down. He didn't make any gains whatsoever. What are they going to do? I got a strong feeling if he's going to call a timeout, when they're up with 14 points, they're going to go downfield. Big, long passes. They're going to try and get one more on the board before we enter halftime.
Well, you're going to be careful here now for an interception. You don't want to have that ball intercepted, but if he decides to throw it, it's an interesting call.
And ladies and gentlemen, please stand by as we enter halftime. We have tonight, Justin Timberlake is performing live for our halftime. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, what is that? Oh, I just got a note from my director. Justin Timberlake was not able to make it tonight. Instead, we're going to have wide shots of the concession stand.
That's even better. My. 51 seconds remaining in the second quarter here as we break for halftime with California out in front, 14-zip. West hasn't really had an opportunity to put the ball in the end zone. They've tried, but can't get it together right now with all these all-stars from across the country. And they are from different states: Nebraska, Idaho, Canada, Arizona, Washington State.
I mean, you said, Al, from different states, different countries. They're coming all the way from over the north border. This is the type of stuff that we saw earlier today. Sometimes communications in this type of game is vital. And if you're playing with teammates you've never played with before, that communication barrier, once it falls apart, it is very difficult to piece back together.
That's true. That's a good point. Third and 16. Cody Whitaker throws a long pass, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass, 45 seconds on the clock left.
So they'll be forced to punt the ball now, and West will have an opportunity to do something with 45 seconds remaining and to see whether they get on the scoreboard, Sean. It's been a really all California football tonight.
It has been, Al, and to say that isn't necessarily fair because who knows who on the West team is from California.
Right.
We're coming down the roster. We're finding out who's playing from who, and like we mentioned earlier, we might have teammates playing against teammates right now. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. Then they might be able to take advantage of those.
There's the kick. Short kick, and it goes out of bounds just at about the 40-yard line, I believe. So they'll have good field position to do something.
When there was that last turnover, I thought that was it. I thought that was the last turnover we're going to see in the second quarter. This really puts California in a position, again, to score. 41 seconds at the 40-yard line is a hard task to do, but not impossible. It just depends on how the plays end. It depends on if they end with the stopping of the clock or if the clock's going to keep ticking. And I really think at this level, at 18 years old, seniors in high school, when the clock continues to run, they're able to make the calls and able to make the plays without looking at the sidelines for approval, with just feeling it with their gut, with having that instinct, to have that built-in decisiveness to be able to make the right calls, to make the right plays, to be able to keep the clock running and be able to make the best play possible for their team.
Tyler Baker is still playing quarterback for West here in the shotgun. And let's see, he's looking to pass, and he's getting rushed and almost tackled, but gets away.
Oh my God, look at him go.
Direction, but he throws a pass to
amazing
number 35, but drops the ball.
That quarterback deserves all the credit in the world. He had no support whatsoever. He had 3 red jerseys on his back, and he was still able to make the pass. Let's take a look at this again. Shotgun snap back. He drops to the 40-yard line. He keeps going, goes as far back as 45 45, keeps going further back into 50, and he's able to make a great pass, I think, with all the presence of mind. Unfortunately, the receiver wasn't in place to catch that and execute the play, but all the credit. Hats off to that quarterback. Amazing, amazing play under amazing pressure, which is, again, something we talked about. That is an instinct you. It's built into you. As a quarterback, you have to be under the pressure of fire, scrutiny, fans in the stands, all kinds of different elements coming at you, and to be able to make that cool, calm of a decision, that cool, calm of an execution of a play is impressive at 18 years old.
Okay, it's 2nd and 10, and quarterback is going to throw this time across the field, straight down, but it's incomplete. That previous play to this one was a good rush by the tackler, Jalen Wyatt from San Diego, I believe.
Absolutely. Hey, San Diego, the closest person here to Temecula so far tonight.
So it's 3rd and 10, ball on the 34-yard line with just seconds remaining in the second quarter here. California up by 14 points. West trying to get on that scoreboard.
If West can get on the board with 23 seconds on the clock, that is the shot in the arm they need to make the second half happen.
Tyler Baker sets to throw again, and he does, downfield, and it's not caught.
Right through the fingertips. I think all the best intentions are there, and I think those are the plays they need to make. We saw right now that it doesn't always pay off, but if you don't gamble big, you can't win big, and right now they're in a position where they must win big.
Dakota Kelly could not catch that ball. Dakota Keller, that is, on that last play. So that brings it to 4th down, 4th and 10, and might as well go for it, see what they can do.
We got 18 seconds on the clock. They got to run that Hail Mary play. If they don't make it, California deserves any chance they have to make a touchdown. If they can make a touchdown after they fumble on an 18-second left in the second quarter, a Hail Mary play, if they can score a touchdown, they deserve it.
Need a Doug Flutie pass right now, Sean.
Absolutely is what they need. Doug Flutie pass, a genie with 3 wishes, a miracle. Any of the above will suffice. See a lot of 6s on the field. Number 6, 69, 66. How do they expect us to do our job?
Right.
We need to hire an accountant just to keep our brains straight.
A little confrontation, or a little conversation, I should say, between the players and the coach for West as they try to decide what they're going to do here.
You said confrontation instead of conversation. I'm sure if they enter the locker rooms with 0 on the board at halftime, there's going to be quite a bit of a confrontation amongst teammates, among coaches. And again, remember, these are not their normal teammates. These are all-star teams. Right now, the white jerseys you see are the best of the West, but we've discovered it doesn't even mean the West. It means the entire nation. It means Canada. These teammates do not play with each other. They are going into the locker room with a lack of communications, not understanding how each other plays. Look at the different helmets in the play. Right now, every helmet represents the high school team they play for. They are coming in the locker room with 0 points on the board, pointing, yelling, screaming, your fault, your fault, your fault. What they need to do is come back together and say, hey, here's where we messed up. Here's what we need to do. Here's how we're going to come back.
Okay, here's the snap, and they're going to go for it on 4th down, see what happens. Tyler throws a pass, and it's over the head of the intended receiver. So it is an incomplete pass, and they turn the ball over to California here, who lead in the game 14-0 with just seconds remaining in the quarter before halftime. If you're wondering where we are located, we are at the Great Oak Stadium in Temecula, California, on a cool night.
Cool, chilly night.
We can see across the field in the stands, and many of the spectators have their blankets and are bundled up.
I'm about to go cuddle with them at halftime.
Even in the press box, we have some bundled up ladies.
My fingertips are cold.
Okay, here we go for California. Pass over the middle to number 8, and it's caught. Nice play by number 8, Lon Carney.
For those of you that are online with us earlier today that watched the youth game, those 9th graders, 14 years old, 15 years old.
That's the half, and that's it. They're going into the locker room there, Sean, and each side will talk about what happened in the first half. Obviously, West wants to get on the board, so there'll be quite the discussion.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to get West on the board. California needs to hold their ground. If they can do this for 2 more quarters, I think they'd be happy. I don't think this is a pissing match. I don't think at this point California wants to see how bad they can embarrass the West, because I think they're as confident as West is that this could turn on any time. My personal opinion is we need to see more aggressive plays from the best of the West, and California needs to stick to their ground game. Al, when we come into the second half, what are you looking for? What do you think that we need to see from each team in order to make the second half a much more exciting and much more competitive game?
Well, I think the West has to get either a ground game going or either get their passing attack working for them to get on the scoreboard, because no one wants to be embarrassed, even though they may not have played with these fellas before, but they want to put some points on the board, so they're going to be anxious to score. So I think they'll pull out all stops to get some scores for them in the second half. While California, I think, will have to just play good defense.
Absolutely, Al. So we got 10 minutes on the clock till we start the second half. I'm going to sign off for now. Me and Al will be back in just a short moment, and we're going to kick off the second half of the California All-Stars versus the Best of the West game for the NUC 2013 All-West football game.
Hey, Sean, it's been an interesting first half. A lot of action by California. Not so much for the other guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are seconds away from kicking off the second half. We're really excited to see this game. We're about to jump into some instant replays for you guys to show you what's happened for those of you just tuning in right now. We had several touchdowns in the first quarter, all done by All-Stars of the West, nothing done by California. So we have Brent Bowman hand off to number 8, Lon Carney, for a touchdown, followed up by a deep pass from Brent Bowman, passed again to number 1, Lamariel Taylor. Now, in the first half, we saw a lot of ground game. We saw very few passes, but now we went into halftime. They reassessed. They went to the locker room. They talked about what they have to do to kick off the second half. We're just about to jump into it in seconds. Al, what do you think we need to see? What have you seen? What's coming up?
Well, I think the West is going to be a little more aggressive with the football and with their play calling. They want to score. They don't want to leave the stadium and have goose eggs up there. So they're going to be determined to put some points on the board. And California is going to have a pretty good defense.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. We're getting ready to kick off the second half. We're going to jump back in the press box, and we're going to send you guys down to the field. Okay, we are back live in the third quarter. The best in the West versus the California All-Stars. California leads coming into the second half with 14-0. We're the third quarter, 15 minutes right now. Al, what have you seen in the first half, and what are you expecting to see in the second half?
Well, I think, like I said, California wants to play good defense, but the West wants to score. They don't want to leave the stadium with just a goose egg on that scoreboard. So they're going to try their best to get some plays going so they can leave the place with some scores and possibly win this game. So it's still a lot of football left. We're in the second half. So anything can happen. And all these kids are great athletes. They put in a lot of time, so they're going to be playing for some pride too as well. So I look for an exciting second half of play there, Sean. So should be pretty interesting. And the kickoff is coming right now from California to West. And it's one hop to one of the runners, number 1. And he's brought down quickly by number 38, I believe.
Number 1, Chaz Sanders, playing for the best of the West. He was taken down fairly quickly. Didn't get much gainage on that one. I'm trying to find him on a scoreboard. Sanders Chaz, again, from Long Beach, California, the gentleman we talked about earlier today. he's kind of been showing a little bit of promise tonight. I think he's going to have an opportunity to kind of let his wings free and fly and fly and fly and get some yards under his belt, hopefully, before we enter the end of the game.
So West has the ball now in the third quarter. First down, 10 yards to go on the 20-yard line. They trail in the game by 14 points. They want to score, obviously, and they're going to do their best to make that happen. Number 5 hands off, the quarterback hands off to a running back, and it's a lateral run. Could have even lost some ground on that play.
You know, when the game started, they really didn't know who was going to start with the ball at the flip of the coin, but now that they knew they were starting the second half with possession, I really think and I really hope that the coach had a time to sit down with them and say, hey, this is what I think we need. And hopefully the quarterback said, hey, teammates, this is what I need you guys to do. And hopefully all of that will come together to be able to put the best of the West on the board.
That's right. So we're set to go. 2nd and 9, ball on the 14-yard line. Zachary Bennett is the quarterback in a shotgun. Here's the snap, a high snap, but he gets it down and hands off to a running back and goes to the right side of the line and picks up a yard or two.
That running back, number 35, Trey Limely, was able to get a little bit of ground for them, but I don't know if it was enough to make any sort of difference in this game.
So it's 3rd and 8, couple of yards pick up there for West. Just beginning the third quarter of action here.
Trey Limely is playing out of Queen Creek, Arizona, from Queen Creek High School.
We are at Great Oak Stadium in Temecula, California.
You know, I got to wonder if something like this climate affects someone like Trey. If that dry heat that he's used to playing in is different than being below sea level here in San Diego.
Could be. Here we go with 3rd and 10. Quarterback looks to pass. He's going to get rushed, and he's brought down. Nice tackle.
Sacked by number 40, Andre Davis. Oh, my God, brought him down to the ground fast. Andre Davis from Corona High School. Take a look at this replay right now. It drops back maybe 5, 10, 15 yards as he comes in. Number 40 comes up like a brick crap house, takes him to the ground.
Nice tackle by number 40 from, what did you say, Corona High School?
Corona High School out of Corona, California.
4th down and 10. They have to kick the ball right now.
It would be the wise thing to do.
Well, they're not in good field position, obviously, and they need to have a good kick here. Here it comes the punt. It's a high punt, and it's going to be rolling a little bit past the 50-yard line to about the 47, 46-yard line of California. So a pretty good punt by the kicker.
Kicked off by William Barfield, number 25, out of Phoenix, Arizona, plays for Desert Vista High School.
So California takes control here. They take over. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line or so. Make that the 47-yard line, I'm sorry. California leads in the game 14-0.
This is what happened. That we came in the corner with, not came in the quarter, came in the half. Came in the half with 14 points on the board, and that's how we're starting right now. This is the type of stuff that rocks confidence. And again, we mentioned this earlier, we're dealing literally with young adults here. We're dealing with children, 18 years old, seniors in high school, some 17 years old.
A pass play by 94, the quarterback, by Cole Carruthers. Nice pass, and it was caught.
Cole Carruthers from San Mateo, California, playing out of Hillsdale High School, here out in Temecula tonight, playing on the California All-Star team.
So they picked up about 3 yards on that pass play. So it's 2nd and 7 for California. They lead in the game 14-0. Shotgun for Cole, the quarterback. Here's the snap and a pass play, a quick pass to one of the tight ends, but it's overthrown. So it is an incomplete pass. That brings down another 3rd down.
We're back to a 3rd down. These are quick turnovers. I think we're less than a couple of minutes into the 3rd quarter. We have 2 turnovers on both teams if they cannot get to the 1st down in this play right here in front of us.
Third and 7. Ball down at the 49-yard line. And let's see what California does here.
You know, Al, I thought they'd come into the second half with a little more information about one another, but it seems they're just as clueless as when they came in. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. What that allows is a very, very strong offensive game.
Cole Carruthers is the quarterback for California. Here's the snap. He's looking to pass, and he does. Throws downfield to number 1, and a nice catch. And it's going to be good for a first down to about the 40-yard line, maybe a 42-yard line. Let's see where they place the ball.
Let's watch this right here. The quarterback drops back, passes to number 1. Chaz Sanders catches it right at the 40-yard line. He's able to get a little more traction for number 27 from the best of the West is able to take him down. Number 27 being Xavier Flores. Xavier Flores, from Las Vegas, Nevada, from Shadow Ridge High School.
So it's first down now. First down for California. They're on the move as they're trying to pad their lead a little bit. They're up by 14 points in the third quarter with just over 11 minutes remaining in the quarter. Cole Carruthers hands off to number 38, I believe, and it's a nice running play on the right side up the sidelines, and he may break free from his tacklers, but he's run out of bounds. Nice
Look at him
play.
go. That was very impressive. Brought him all the way to the 15-yard line. We're going to have to wait to see what the referee drops it off. Let's take a look right here. Quarterback hands it off to number 38. He jukes to the right, goes and goes and goes and goes, blows past 3 white jerseys. He has his defender on the outside, his offender on the outside holding him back, blows past 2 more white jerseys before he's pushed out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Very, very impressive play.
Elijah Gilroy was the ball handler. Ball is down now at the 15-yard line, or the 14, 1st and 10 for California. They're about to hopefully punch this ball in. Another handoff by the quarterback, and up the middle. It's going to make some yardage, and he's down to about the 15.
This is familiar territory for California. California has been in scoring position twice this game already. Them being back here has got to definitely be a rocket of confidence that's given to them in the locker room, a rocket of confidence from their coach, a rocket of confidence from one another, saying that, hey, we've done this twice, we can do it again, let's keep it up. And the only people that can disrupt that kind of confidence is the best in the West.
So it's second down, 6 yards to go for a first down for California as they're driving the ball and trying to get into that end zone to up the score a little bit here. Carruthers hands off to number 19 and straight up the middle for a great gain of yardage there.
That was an impressive ground play. That was probably the best ground play we've seen from California so far. If you look right here, passes it off to number 19. Number 19 runs up the uprights, is able to pass by 6 white jerseys. There wasn't that big a hole for him. Not saying that his offensive line didn't do a great job for him, but he made that one happen.
Number 19, Nathan Lancaster.
Nathan Lancaster is playing out of Laguna Beach High School from Laguna Beach, California.
So California is on the move. A nice play by Lancaster, driving that ball down. So it's going to be first down and 10 with the ball at about the 11-yard line, I believe. I have to check to see where it is.
Nathan Lancaster is an MVP for Orange County, single game yardage gainer. He's a record holder out of Orange County, California, and their MVP. Very, very impressive. And it seems like he just did exactly what
he does. That's
exactly. Right. That lion roared. He did what he was meant to do.
Well, I'm sure some of those college scouts have seen him play down in Laguna.
Absolutely. These West Coast kids are the ones that are watched out for. There's not too big of a high school presence on the West Coast. So these kids that we find here are the best that are available. We found out from the best in the West. They're from all over the country, but these California kids are the best the state of California has to offer. And if you've ever been to this country, you realize, not this country, if you've ever been to the state, you realize it's almost 8 hours from coast to coast, or border to border. This is a big, long state. There's a lot of ground to cover for these college coaches.
That's right. So, and they're, when a youngster plays to the point that this young man does, he's going to attract attention from college coaches and from scouts. So, it's a feather in his cap that he was awarded that high honor in high school football. So, it only means more success down the road, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
There's a little conversation going on here between the coaches and the ref. I don't know exactly what they're discussing, but a little bit of delay in the game here.
I don't know what just happened, but I think arguing with the referees is always a bad idea.
14-0 is the score in favor of California in the third quarter of play. 9 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Now it's getting a little testy out there, I think, with maybe a player or two with a ref. Let's see what happens. Number 4 trying to make his point with a ref.
It's one of the things to yell at a referee when it's your teammates, but right now he's a coach representing a bunch of people that have come together for one brand, for one team, for one franchise. For him to make a call like that, he really, really must be convicted in what he feels was right and what was wrong. For him to go out on the field like that and stand up to a referee in front of a bunch of teammates that really he doesn't coach or know.
Well, let's get back to the game here, guys. 9 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Okay, we're ready for some action, I believe. Hear that whistle by the ref to start the clock. Handoff, and it's missed handoff, but however, 94 recovers and throws. It's incomplete in the end zone. Bobble that.
Incomplete pass. We're at second down. Sometimes an incomplete pass or an out-of-bounds pass, as we can see right here, might be done to stop the clock, but I don't think that was necessarily the case here. Number 94 is definitely frazzled from California, having a snap like that drop to his hands, and he really, really tried for his best to get it to his receiver, but at that point, I think he'd be happy to get it out of bounds and out of the hands of anybody from the best in the West.
Well, it looked like it was a bad snap, a low snap, and he just couldn't get the handle of the football, and then tried to make a pass play, but threw low, and it was incomplete. So it's second down right now, and just a few yards to get into that end zone. It looks like the ball is on the 5-yard line. There's a running play up the left side of the field, and it's a couple of yards perhaps. Let's see. Ball carrier.
I think that was a great defensive play, as we're going to see right now. That gap was there, and that gap was open for him. His offensive linemen did their jobs, and he was able to get past whoever broke through. But right there, that shows how tight the defense is for the best of the West. That shows that when there's a gap open that big, when their linemen are pushed away that far, that they still have safeties, free safeties, anybody that's available to take them down.
Well, the best of the West is trying to prevent a score here, putting up a goal line stand. Hold back California from scoring another touchdown here. Number 8 in the backfield is Lon Carney.
Lon Carney, number 8, playing
number
for Team
94,
California.
throws a pass into the end zone, and it's incomplete. But there's a flag on the play. And let's see what that infraction's all about.
Hopefully our cameras caught more than my eye and your eye saw, because I didn't see anything other than an incomplete pass, but maybe there's something going on that allowed them to do that again.
Let's see what the refs are going to call. They confer.
It'd be nice if they gave the signals to the cameraman.
Holding on that play against the West. So it will be first and goal for California here as they try to punch this ball in.
California lined up at first and goal, a familiar position for them so far this game. We got 8 minutes left in the clock. The best in the West has got a big, big comeback to make if they want to take this game. It's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely. But let's see what they can pull out. Let's see if they pull out all the stops. Let's see if they stop being so conservative, put forward a little more aggression, a little more gamble, a little more on the line. If they can pull it out in this one, I'd be very, very impressed and proud of these kids.
Cole Carruthers, the quarterback, takes the snap and hands it off to number 53 for a couple of yards.
A couple of yards when you're in goal scoring position is not a bad thing. He's got 3 more opportunities, 3 more chances to do that again, and we got ourselves a touchdown and a 21-point lead if they can make the point after.
Nicholas Como was the ball carrier for California as he picks up a yard or two. So it's second down. Second down and goal. California leads in the contest 14-0. Third quarter, 8 minutes and, well, just about 8 minutes left in the quarter here. Let's see what they can do. See if they can go up, or let's see if West can hold them back there, Sean.
Let's see if number 76 can get some scotch tape and put his 6 back on his jersey.
Here we go. Carruthers is the quarterback in a shotgun formation, and he's looking to pass and does in the corner of the end zone, but it's incomplete. Good couple of defenders out there for West. So that's not going to cut it, I guess.
It's not going to cut it, but I think they're going to get it in there. We got one more down. First and 10. Did we get a turnover? Did I miss something?
Well, I think that was fourth down.
That was fourth, excuse me. Oh, my God, I can't believe I missed that. I can't believe there's a turnover this close to the end zone. I can't believe they didn't go for a field goal at this point. They have a strong leader in this game. Any points on the board is just going to help their cause any further.
So West has the ball now, but they're just at about the 6-yard line.
Maybe they have more foresight than I do and they want to set themselves up for a position of safety, but I would always take the 3 points over 2.
Number 9, the quarterback, throws a pass midfield, and it's incomplete.
Number 9, William Harvey from the Team West. He plays for Canyon Country, California out of Golden Valley High School. Trying to make his hometown team proud as he plays in this game broadcast live on the internet for anyone in the world that wants to tune in. We are here today at the 2013 NUC All-West All-Star Game. We have, again, the best in the West representing the entire West Coast, plus teammates from all over the country, including the northern border Canada, against the California All-Stars, the best players, all the MVPs from the state of California, senior high schools here tonight playing on one field. All the players, all the MVPs, all the All-Stars, one place, one time here tonight.
It's quite the event, and it's second down and 10 yards now to go. For West, there is the quarterback. He's going to decide to run it out of the end zone, and does, and goes up the side of the field and is out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Number 19.
It was the right call to make. I thought he was going to be at a loss for yards, but he was able to take it up and make a little bit of gains. It's better than a loss. Snaps back. Go ahead.
Cody Blackmore was the quarterback, decided to turn it into a running play. Receivers recovered, so he made some ground.
Made some ground. He was able to take the ball out of bounds. Has taken a strong hit that leaves him in the game. Good call on Cody.
So it's 3rd and 2 now for West. Another running play by the quarterback.
Cody made another running play, and again, I think it was the right call to make. His offensive line wasn't there to protect him. He saw defenders coming in.
Looks like it's a first down, so he did make the first down on that play. Ball's on the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 for West.
And here's our halftime show that we missed earlier. Let's see if we can get a tighter shot of that.
Cody Blackmore conferring with the coach on the sideline.
I see a flag on the play, but I didn't see the call.
I didn't see the infraction.
Maybe we can get an instant replay.
Well, it's against California, so the ball is going back. Or rather, it's against the West. I'm sorry. Five-yard penalty.
So they're pushed further back away from their goal. And at this point in time, the best in the West can't take that kind. They got 0 on the board. They cannot make small time mistakes like this. They're not in a position where they can make big time mistakes either. But we are still got 7 minutes left in the third quarter. There's no reason that they can't come back with 2 touchdowns before the end of this game.
Well, it's 1st and 15. They need to get some momentum going and some chemistry with the players so they can advance that football up the field. If
Absolutely.
They want to get back in this ball game, they trail by 14 points.
Absolutely. Momentum is huge, and we're just going to take a look at this right now. Hopefully we can get a nice shot of it. The referee's making the call. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to be looking for, but we knew there was a flag on the play. There it is. Whoa, wow, that's exactly what we're looking for. I didn't expect anything like that, especially out of an 18-year-old high school kid. I mean, at this point, California's up. They can do something like that, I guess. Now, the question is, an angry teenager going to let that go? Because I think the referee might.
Okay, I think we're set to go after that penalty. 1st and 15. And that quarterback is scrambling now, goes onto the side to the sidelines, and is out of bounds. Number 19, Cody Blackmore.
That's Cody Blackmore again. The last 3 gains have been made just by him. We take a look again. They shotgun the back snap. He fakes it to number 4. I don't know if he ever had someone, a receiver he was intending to go to, but the last 2 plays he did, and they got him nowhere. He'd make the gains himself. So maybe this time he said, you know what, I'm just going to take it myself from the get-go.
Well, he almost got tackled, in the 5-yard line there. He was lucky to get away from his pursuer. So it is second down and 8. This is a big play. They need to get back in this ball game. They trail by 14 points. Blackmore is the quarterback, and handoff. No, he keeps it to himself and just up the middle, but not much of a gain, maybe a yard or 2. And he's brought down by California players.
This is the 4th play he took for himself, but the first one that he didn't make any gains. So maybe this is time where he reassesses. Again, like we talked about, he doesn't play with these mates. He's not on Team West. He plays from a different team. Number 19, who is the best of the West, is, if I can find his name on my roster real quick, Cody Blackmore. He's used to playing with kids from Palousebo, Washington.
Yeah, he's from Washington State. That's right. So he's far away from home and playing with a bunch of new players, really.
Absolutely, and he might have made the decision himself that, hey, I'm going to take the weight of this load on myself, and maybe now he just saw a chance that I can count on these guys because I can't deliver it all the time.
3rd and 8. Shotgun position. And he's scrambling again, looking for a receiver downfield, throws the ball. That's going to be intercepted by California. Number 35.
Number 35, William Nicholson, intercepted that ball. William Nicholson from Corona, California. We mentioned him earlier, playing out of Centennial High School. Very, very impressive. Here's the replay right now. Snap back to number 19. He drops it back. The first out of 4 plays that he doesn't take it on himself. Passes it downfield, intercepted. I don't necessarily know that it was a bad pass. Maybe just the players were out of position, and he was able to pick it up by number 35. Very, very impressive play from the All-Stars of California. William Nicholson picks that one up, and now California is in possession of the ball again right at about the 40-yard line.
That pass was a little short for the receiver, so it was underthrown and caused the interception. So now California has the ball on their own, on the West 47-yard line, and obviously they're eager to score another touchdown here. They lead in the contest 14-0. Little confusion in the backfield as we get underway once again. For California, handoff to quarterback keeps it, throws long range down the field, and the receiver,
so close. Amazing play.
Just a nice pass by Brett Boehm, and nearly caught by that receiver out there. Let's see that replay there, Sean.
Passes it downfield, amazing, right into the hands of number 37 for California. Nicholas Burris was able to drop it just at the last second. I don't know if any fault of that could be placed on the quarterback. That seemed like it was delivered, signed, sealed, and delivered right into his hands.
Well, he had time to throw the ball, and throw the ball he did, and it was almost caught by that young man out there. Let's see what happens now. 2nd and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. California leads in the game. Number 7 was thinking about handing it off, but he keeps it himself. Brett Boehm for a yard or 2.
I mean, there looked like there was a huge miscommunication on the field, even from number 7 expecting a handoff, expecting to fake a handoff, and there's nobody there to receive it from. If you even saw at the end of the play, the look of confusion on his face of where his teammates were. He looked for a quick pitch or a handoff right there. It wasn't there.
Right, it wasn't there, so he just decided to keep the ball. Smart play. Keep the ball himself.
Absolutely smart play. Watch him stand up right now and look around saying, hey, where were you guys? He's looking for it right now. He was expecting somebody to pitch to, somebody to pick it up from his hands. Where the miscommunication lies between the quarterback and his team, or between the sidelines and the quarterback, who knows? But something was very, very, very obvious to us that was miscommunicated down there on the field.
So it's 3rd and 10, ball on the 47-yard line of the West. And here's the snap back to Boehm, and he reaches back, throws a short pass. Oh, what a shot.
My God, he drops the ball. It's
ball.
recovered. It's recovered by the best of the West. Oh, my God, can you believe that? Let's see what the referee calls. Was it a complete pass? The referee's calling is an incomplete pass. Let's see.
Incomplete pass by the ref.
Incomplete pass. It looked like he had that in his hands, in his possession. We'll have to see the replay right now. Quarterback drops back, number 7, pitches it up to the top of the left of the field.
What a shot.
I don't know.
Oh, number 8.
I don't know.
Lon Carney took a shot, that's for sure, and the ball was recovered by West, number 48.
Look at this right here. I don't know if it's a complete or incomplete pass, but we definitely know this guy needs a visit to the ER. My God, dropped full 180. He started on his back and ended up in his face.
California still has control. They're going to kick the ball this time on 4th down. A nice kick. End over end, and it is going to just run down the line a little bit. And it's about the 15-yard line, maybe the 10-yard line now. A nice kick.
Can you blame him after the way the last guy was leveled? I wouldn't want to mess with these guys.
Nobody wanted to touch that ball.
I wouldn't want to either. I almost quit playing football, and I'm up here in the press box. I didn't want to be down there.
So it's 1st and 10 for West. It's too bad that, that was ruled an incomplete pass, but they would have had great field position.
I don't know. To me, that looked complete, but, that's why the referees get paid, is they have a better eye for these type of things than I do. It looked like, to me, he had control of the ball, but if the referees claim that he did not, I wasn't as close as they were. I don't know what they know, and perhaps they made a right call. It seems like whenever we're watching a show, we think the referees very rarely make good calls, but perhaps they did. Who knows?
Okay, so it's about 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter with California leading 14-0. West has the ball now, 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. A little handoff, and it's a couple of yards perhaps in that carry.
Number 4 from the best in the West, Luke Quinn. Let's take a look at this again. Number 7 passes it right to him, starts his chest complete. Jeez.
I think that was a completion if you want my opinion, but
it looked complete, but I think number 8 is looking for the license plate of the car that just ran him over. That is a tough call. Like I said, from up here, it looked like a complete pass to me. From our monitors, from our amazing camera work we've had all night, it seemed like a complete pass, but perhaps something happened with feet positioning, with control of the ball, with hands, with wrist control that we can't see, that the referee made the call that it was incomplete.
2nd and 9. There's the snap and a handoff to number 4, and he makes some ground. Luke Quinn.
He's losing some, and he gains some.
And he gained some, as you say.
It looked like he was going down. He got hit with like a JFK phantom bullet, but then ended up making a comeback and made a couple more yards out of that.
Luke Quinn.
It is good for a first down. That was a pretty impressive play. He got socked pretty hard and made another 3-4 yards after that.
Quinn from Scottsdale, Arizona.
That was something we touched on earlier. This kid's used to playing in Scottsdale, Arizona. He's used to playing with dry heat. He's used to being able to have a hard time breathing by 2:45 left in the third quarter. Who knows how the Temecula climate, the Southern California, San Diego County climate is affecting him. He might be able to pull out a clutch stronger than he's ever played before.
1st and 10, ball on the 21 now for West as they're trying to get back into this ball game. They trail by 14 points. There's a handoff to the running back again, Quinn, but not going too far. Good tackle.
Hit hard right at the 20-yard line.
Good tackle by the California guys, playing good defense.
We got 2 minutes left in this quarter. We got in the third quarter. We're leading into the fourth. We're leading into the decision maker. We're leading into a position where West might have had the opportunity coming into the second half to at least tie it up, if not gain control. Scoring 2 touchdowns in a single quarter is not that easy to do for anybody, let alone for inexperienced high school kids. What do you think that we're going to do? What do you think we're going to see? How do you think it's going to pan out?
Well, the time is going to be a factor here. Just a minute and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They better get their act together soon because they're going to run out of time. There's a snap back to the quarterback and a little easy pass, but it's incomplete to one of the running backs, number 35 from the West, Trey Lemley.
We're sitting in a position now where these short gains may be running their course. We're sitting in a position now when you have 120 in the third quarter, you have some time to make some decisions. But when you're trailing on the board 0-14, I don't know if we have that much time left. I don't know if that fourth quarter intensity needs to come out just a little bit earlier to make sure that you're at least halfway there. If they get one touchdown this quarter, they got 60 seconds on the clock. If they get one touchdown this quarter, making one in the fourth quarter is not hard. Making two in the fourth quarter seems like a daunting task.
Well, it is. When you're trailing 14-0 and nothing really is working, your running game is not picking up the yards that you need. And the passing hasn't been very spectacular. 3rd and 11 right now. Quarterback looking for a receiver, throws across the field, and it's incomplete. That pass was short.
That pass was definitely about 10 yards short.
So that's going to bring up, I believe, a 4th down here for West. And we have about 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
We are at the we're at the 4th down of the third quarter. This is a tough position to be in. Do you give up possession or do you just go for it? We know right now they go for it, and the worst case scenario is they return it on the touchdown. They're kind of in the same position. That's trailing 0 to anything.
Well, they're going to kick this ball. They don't need to try to go for it and not make any ground, so they're going to get it out of their territory. He's fooled me. He's going to throw a pass downfield, and it's going to be incomplete.
My God, I don't know if that was the intended receiver, but he had a finger on it, and he had a man wide open with no red jerseys on him.
Number 4 tried to make the catch, Luke Quinn, but it just wasn't in the cards there. But
we'll have to see this replay. I swear I thought that pass was intended for the player behind Luke Quinn, but I'm not 100% sure. It looked like the fake was passed downfield, and it looked like there's a gentleman right behind number 4, number 40.
Well, maybe number 40 was the intended recipient.
It looked like number 40 was the intended receiver, and I have a feeling that maybe, just maybe, he could have got them that first down.
So Mark Wood could have possibly caught that ball, but Quinn knocked it high off the...
And you never know. Maybe number 40 was in the right place at the right time, and Quinn was the intended receiver. We'll never know what happened in the field, but from up here, from this position, it seemed like that was the right play to make at that time, and unfortunately, it looked like number 40 was the right receiver.
Well, the ball's turned over now. There's a problem with the snap, but it is retained by number 8 for California.
There was a scramble. I didn't see exactly what just happened. I just saw, here it comes right now.
Lon Carney was there at the right time, the right place to pick up that ball.
Snap. A low snap, and number 17 had his eyes tackling the quarterback. Missed the fumble right below his feet.
It's amazing that this young man held onto the football with that tackle. So it's going to be 2nd down, 2nd and 11 on the 24.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Look, there's nothing we're going to take away from these kids. Every MVP, Michael Jordan at one point in time was a high school basketball player. Wayne Gretzky at one point in time was a high school hockey player. We might seeing the future of our industries right now in front of us. We might need some Peyton brothers on the field tonight.
Well, it's very conceivable. You'll see some of these young men really prosper in college, and with the right technique and training, they could be future NFL players.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are really looking at the best of the West Coast. We are looking at the best from the state of California. We are looking at from the best from the other West Coast states, and now we've discovered, once we got our roster, that we are looking at the best from some other states in the nation as well.
That's right.
We are looking at the best high school football players available in this country right now, and I guarantee you there's a handful of them tonight that we're going to see. Definitely some quarterbacks, definitely Chaz Sanders, in my opinion, that are going to be able to be seen in a bigger and better game in the NCAA, maybe a Division II school, and our best case scenario, we hope and pray for all of them, they make it onto the big game. We hope to see them in NFLs. We hope to see them on Thanksgiving. We hope to see them in Super Bowl Sundays. We hope to see these kids flourish, and that's really what we have to do, is at the end of the day is give all these kids a pat on the back as we enter the fourth quarter. These kids have impressed the hell out of me.
You bet. They really have given their heart and soul to the game tonight, and regardless who wins it, it's been a team effort for both squads, and I'm sure a great learning experience to move on to the next level. So
absolutely, and again, hats off to the parents that help these kids make this dream a reality.
Okay, California has the ball on the 24-yard line, and the quarterback throws a pass in the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete for California, passing it long downfield for the end zone. Now, these are the crazy, ballsy plays that we were hoping to see earlier from the best in the West that never came out. We're in the fourth quarter. We're in a clutch position. California has nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. These are the best high school athletic players that California has to offer. For them to be making these ballsy plays while they're 14 points ahead on the board tells the best in the West, hey, it's time to step up. You got to make things happen right now, or they are not going to happen in this game.
So it's 3rd and 11 on the 24 for California. They lead in the game 14-0 in Temecula, California, on a cool night where most people who are in the stands are bundled up because the temperature certainly dropped from this afternoon. So it's 3rd and 11 on the 24. California, the quarterback throws a slant pass to the sidelines, and it is caught.
These are the fun plays I love to see in the fourth quarter. These are the fakes. These are the Hail Marys. These are the plays where they throw everything out and say, hey, we just got to make it happen. 14 minutes left in the clock. We're in the fourth quarter. It happens now or it doesn't happen at all.
Receiver on that play was Lamariel Taylor making that catch. Good play by number 1. So it's 4th and 12.
4th and 12. We just kicked off the fourth quarter. We're already at the 4th down. Let's make this happen. Let's see what we can do.
Just over 14 minutes remaining in the quarter there, Sean. So the move is, the game is moving pretty rapidly right now.
This is do or die time for the best in the West. The white jerseys, the best in the West right now has to make things happen.
They got to make a play. They got to get that ball back. And there's a pass into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Covered by a couple of safeties out there. Nice play by the West people. So it's an incomplete pass, and the ball is going to be turned over now to the West squad. And like you say, they have to make some moves here to try to score and get on that scoreboard.
Absolutely. It looks like they're lined up right about the 20-yard line. This is where they do not want to be. This is the worst position they could possibly be in. They have the clock working against them. They have the scoreboard working against them. They have an out-of-town advantage being in a foreign state from the West Coast against them. They have everything going against them right now. If they can pull out all the stops, if they can get risky, if they can get ballsy right now and make some plays and make some things happen, they deserve anything they can put on the board, and I believe they're going to make it happen. What else could they lose? What else can they lose right now?
Well, nothing really. They need to score. So the quarterback is Zachary Bennett, and he's in the shotgun. And let's see what the best in the West come up with. There's a handoff to a running back straight up the middle, and he makes some yardage on that play near the 30-yard line, possibly the 28. So a good ground gain by the West.
Absolutely, a little bit of traction made, but right now they got to remember their number one enemy is the clock. They cannot play a heavy ground game, as we're going to see right now in this replay. They cannot make 3-yard, 4-yard, 5-yard gains at a time because they will not beat the clock to the end of the field.
So it's 2nd down and 4 yards to go for a first down for the West as they're trying to get on that scoreboard, but they're in their own 24-yard line. They've got a ways to go. And let's see what happens. A handoff to another running back, but he's just at the line of scrimmage. No gain at that play.
No gain, and not what the best in the West needs right now. The best in the West needs long yard plays. They need big holes, they need trick plays, and they need a passing game. If their passing game doesn't work out for them, the worst thing that can happen is an interception, and the worst thing happening for them in an interception is not any worse than anything that's happened to them all game so far.
All these athletes on the field, they're wearing their respective high school helmets from their schools. Obviously, some are from way out in the West. Some are coming from Utah, others coming from Canada to participate in this ball game. So it's just incredible, and it's nice to see these young men out here. And this is a good learning experience for either one of these clubs, really. Whoever wins, the score is important, obviously, but it's just the experience of playing in this game. Here's a backup.
That's it. That's what I've been looking for. And that was so close. That was the play we've been looking for. That was a long yard pass. And the reason that play did not succeed, it wasn't anything at any fault of the players. It just wasn't meant to be. Number 5 drops back from the best in the West, hikes it all the way downfield. Looks like 30, maybe 40 yards down. Almost intercepted by I couldn't read the back of his jersey, in between 23, 13, and 14.
Number 19.
Number 9, the intended recipient, wasn't in position, but that's the type of plays that need to happen. That's
Nathan
the type
Lancaster.
of plays that are going to make games win. That's the type of plays right now that will at least put the best in the West on the board.
Well, that ball was thrown in a lot of traffic, so it was almost impossible to catch for West to really make any advance.
Hopefully that doesn't discourage them any.
So it's 4th down and 4 yards to go on the 24-yard line, and the quarterback, number 5, looks like he's going to pass He runs a little bit, looking for a receiver. He's on the sidelines, and he's forced out of bounds. And he really did take a shot.
He was clipped in half by looked like a sideline teammate. It looks like it's going to be 1st and 10. We got 12 minutes on the clock. We got a lot of people calling for help right now. Coach is calling for trainers and EMTs.
Yeah, he really got a shot here.
Number five. Number 5 from the best in the West, Zachary Bennett.
Look at this play, Sean. Oh, a helmet. Really, he really got a...
You know, his hand went straight to his head. That's the type of whiplash action that they talk about. They're so prevalent in professional football, so prevalent in hockey right now, is concussions. You watch their body language. We don't know what happened. We don't know where it hurt him. But as soon as he went to the ground, the first place his hand went is to his helmet.
Well, he's getting up on his feet, and that's a good sign for number 5, Zachary Bennett. And the crowd gives him a nice round of applause. It looks like it was a first down, though, Sean. So it was a good play, but he paid for that first down.
Absolutely. That was probably the most expensive first down they've gotten this entire game. And it might have been at the cost of their quarterback, who ran that in himself. Let's take a look at it again. Number 5, the quarterback, Zachary Bennett, runs up the sideline on the right side. He's doing great. He's doing great traction. He gets clipped right here, helmet to helmet, it looks like, and his hand goes straight up. Not in his butt where he landed, not his lower back, but straight to his helmet. It makes you a little worried that hopefully his brains weren't scrambled too bad and he could play in the rest of this game.
Well, he's coming out right now, so he probably will sit out a couple of plays. And number 19 is going to be the quarterback. Cody Blackmore is back into the game. He did play in the first half. And let's see what happens. We got about 11 minutes or so, 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. There's a miscommunication and a little bit of a fumble by the quarterback on that snap.
That's unfortunate. When you switch quarterbacks, you always run that kind of risk. We're going to take a look again right now.
Oh, yeah.
Number 19, you know, they were geared. The center is geared for the height, the size, the weight, the hands of the quarterback that was intended to be in there. But unfortunately, when circumstances like injury happen, you got to throw in your replacement. And right now, the replacement doesn't seem like he's in sync with the center who's snapping him his ball.
Well, Wes was lucky to hold on to that ball, really. It was a bad snap for number 19, Cody Blackmore. And so we're at 2nd down, 16 to go for a first down. Ball's at the 24-yard line. They trail by 14 points. Blackmore is in there at quarterback. There's the snap, looking for a receiver, throws to the sidelines to number 3. It's incomplete.
Was looking for number 3, Eric Gaveladon. Eric seemed like he was in position. He seemed like he was in the place, and he had nobody on his jersey. It seemed like maybe he just didn't know the ball was coming right to him.
So it's 3rd down. You're not going to move the football if you can't pick up some yardage here, and the time is going to be a factor. 10 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the contest, with California on top, 14-0.
Eric Gaveladon, the intended recipient from that game again. Another player playing for the best of the West, but comes out of Odessa, Texas for us, right from the direct center of the country. Playing all the way out here, fortunate enough to make the West Coast team, fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play for them, and fortunate enough to have parents that are going to help him participate in this type of event all the way on the West Coast.
No scoring in the second half. There's Blackmore with a pass, and it's caught. Nice play, whether he's in bounds or not, let's see.
That bullet pass was faster than our cameraman and made it right up the right sideline.
Going to be close to the first down. Let's see if he did make that first down.
Waiting for the referee's call. Maybe we'll get an instant replay in a second. I couldn't tell. It looked like to me his feet might have been out of bounds, but
I don't think he made the first down. So it is 4th down coming up right now, and about a yard to go. They have to go for it.
They might as well. The best in the West right now is not in a position to play conservatively. They have got to get on it. They have got to grow some balls. They have got to go for it, and I think these kids will do just that. They're going to show us right now what they're going to do, and I got a strong feeling they're going to pull out a first down.
4th down, 1 yard to go. Maybe a quarterback sneak just to get that first down.
These kids don't look scared to me.
There's a snap and a handoff to a running back, and it looks like he made the first down.
I think he got it. That was exactly what I hoped for, and I think they got it.
Yeah, they
Fantastic.
did.
Good for a first down. Good for them.
Good play by West.
Absolutely. That was the type of aggressive behavior we've been hoping for this whole game. That's the opposite of the conservative behavior they've been playing with this whole time. He didn't have a hole for him. He just gritted his teeth, plowed his head, pushed through the line, and he made that first down for his team. Now they can take a breath and try and get that touchdown they've been hoping to get on the board with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
They're on their own 44-yard line here with 9 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in our game tonight from Temecula, California. The All-Stars from California and all over the West in a confrontational football game. It's been fun for the kids. It's been fun for everybody who's been participating in this game, I'm sure. Here we go. First down, first and 10. Here's a throw to the sidelines, and it is caught, but I don't think he gained any ground with that. Cody Blackmore.
I don't know if when you're in a position like they are right now, if lateral passes are risks you want to make. If you got a risk that's going to pay off huge, you might be worth trying to chance an interception. But when you have a risk like that before the line of scrimmage, before your offensive line, if that's something you want to do with a lateral pass is a dangerous, dangerous move if you know you cannot complete it, or if you're not for sure you're going to complete it.
Blackmore still in the shotgun. You got to throw that ball downfield. Let's see if he does. He looks for a receiver and throws to number 4, and he's going to run up the field straight on and makes a first down. Or let's see.
Number 4, Luke Quinn from Scottsdale, Arizona. Arizona having a huge impact on this game. We got players all over the country from the best in the West. New Mexico, Colorado, California, Arizona, Idaho. The list goes on. Players as far as out of the country. We have players from Alberta, Canada. That's Jason Vandegroff, number 52. We got players from Utah, Texas. We got players from Odessa, Texas, like Eric earlier, who made that play of the game, it seemed like. We got a timeout. We got a huddle. We got players right now ready to make things happen, and that's what they need to do. That's what the best in the West needs to do right now.
My mistake. It's third down and 8 yards to go for a first down for the best in the West as they try to get into position to score. Number 19, Cody Blackmore is going to run, but throws on the run, and it's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. So fourth down is coming up.
We got to remember, Al, these kids are playing with teammates they are not familiar with. These kids are playing with coaches they're not familiar with. My hat's off to all these kids. I'm sure you feel the exact same way as I do. I'm proud of these kids. These kids came out here into unfamiliar territories and played their hearts out. With California's lead by 14 points, that does not mean that the best in the West has not played a very, very good game. These are the best high school seniors available in the country. In any other state, in any other region, in any other game where they're playing with their teammates, these would be all-star MVP players. To have them come out here in the zone that they're not comfortable with, in a zone they're not familiar with, my hat's to them. Very, very, very impressive playing for everybody involved.
Well, they're all winners. They're all winners on the field for participating and putting in the time and to get better. And that's what it's all about in football, whether it's high school, college, or in the pros. Timeout on the field right now with a score 14-0 in favor of California. We're in the final fourth quarter with about 7.5 minutes remaining in the game.
Absolutely. If they show us a couple instant replays, we'll be able to show you what's happened in this fourth quarter so far. We'll be able to show you the plays that the best in the West has made so far that have made their significant gains that they haven't had earlier. I'm hearing some more whistles. I don't know if something's happening on the field that we're not aware of, but it seems like we got this. Sorry, we're just correcting the clock real quick. We see some sort of plays that haven't been made in the first three quarters, and we've seen some plays made in the fourth quarter that have got them the strongest and most gains that they've needed this entire time. Whether or not those would have made any difference in the first three quarters, who knows? But the fact that we're seeing them now, the fact that we're seeing them pay off means that they are willing to adapt. And the fact that they're willing to adapt means there's some fight left in them with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
The ball's going to be on their own 48-yard line with about 7.5 minutes remaining in the contest. California is winning the game 14-0. Sorry, Sean.
No, go ahead, Al. I was just saying the coach is on the field. That felt odd after the referee's whistle.
I think they were disputing the time. Let's see. I think we're ready to go again. Cody Blackmore shotgun position, fakes a handoff, backs up and tries to throw, but he's going to be pursued by some red shirts. Throws the ball, and it's nearly caught, but can't hold on to that pass. Number 22 could not make the play. Jermaine Collins could not come up with that catch.
At that point, you'd wonder if he was thinking to just get that ball out of bounds or incomplete, or if he wanted to get some gains with it. I think he tried to make some gains with it initially and then decided against it and said, let me kill this ball, let me get out of play, let me stock the clock. We don't have enough time to dispute it, to figure out what we need to do. We need to stop the clock and then sit and then discuss and then figure out what's the motion that we need to make, what's the movement we need to make to get us moving forward, to get us on the board with only 7 minutes left on the clock. I feel at this point that's what they want to do. At this point, they don't want to let down all the people in the stands that came out for them. They don't want to let down their teammates. They want to get on the board and say, hey, we fought our hardest.
Okay, so the ball's turned over to California right now, almost at the 50-yard line. There's a handoff and a little razzle-dazzle there by number 8, who hands off, but there's a loose ball on
fumble.
the field. And let's see who's recovered.
It looked like it's recovered by number 70 for the All-Stars of California, Kyle Holman. Let's take a quicker look right now at the in-play.
You're
Excuse me,
right.
the replay. Pass back, quarterback has it, hands off to number 8. Another handoff to number 82, it seems like. Slips right out of his hands. Looks like number 70
picks it
Kyle
up.
Holman, jumped right on top of it. That's a big boy to have quick feet like that, and he was able to recover that ball. Very, very impressive for Holman from Lake Forest, California, playing for El Toro High School.
So it's second down now. Second and about 18 yards for a first down. California has the ball. Handoff straight up the middle by number 8, I believe.
It seems like these kids have only been playing together for the last 4 days, and it seems like California has had a better line of communications with their players. The best in the West has had a less strong line of communication with one another in the last 4 days. And remember, 4 days is nothing. 4 days is a long weekend. 4 days is the middle of the week. You cannot get a business week out of 4 days. It is not a long time to play with one another. For the communication they have for both teams is very, very impressive. For how tight-knit it seems the communications are with the California All-Stars, it's very, very impressive.
It's 3rd and 11 now for California. The ball is right at the 50-yard line. Cole Carruthers is the quarterback, and hands off to number 8 once again for a few yards.
California playing very, very conservatively, which might be the wise thing to do. I think at this point in the game, they don't want to lose anything to the best in the West. I think California's decided we got a strong hand on this. We got 5 minutes on the clock. We can keep it running if we get down on safe plays, won't injure any players, won't do anything risky that could cause significant turnover. And that seems the direction that they want to go in, and that's fine. That's something we want to see. We want to see all these kids try their hardest. We want to see all these kids play their smartest. There's no point in seeing any athlete get creamed at this point, cause of injury, cause to lay them out, cause to prevent them from playing at the next level in future games with only 5 minutes of the clock with a 14-point lead. We'll see what happens.
Well, they want to run out that clock a little bit, keep it on the ground. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left or whatever.
5 minutes almost to the dot right now left in this quarter, with California 14-point lead in control.
Cole Carruthers in the shotgun position for California. And drops back to pass, and it's dropped by the receiver. Unfortunately, no gain and an incomplete pass.
No gain, safe lateral play. Here's the replay right now. Shotgun snap back to the quarterback. Quarterback passes over in his hands and drop incomplete pass, which will stop the clock, which probably does not play in California's favor right now, as they want to keep that thing running, as they have a strong lead, and it doesn't seem like there's enough time in the quarter for the best in the West to come back.
Well, the best in the West is going to take over now with the ball at the 47-yard line, their own 47. They trail in the contest 14-0, but time is a factor now. There's only 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game, so they need to score twice and quick.
Right now, against the best in the West, their biggest competition on the field is not the All-Stars of California. Their biggest competition is the clock.
You bet.
And I got a strong feeling that they're going to pull out all the stops right now if they hadn't before, and they're going to get something on the board.
Well,
I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again, but I think they're going to get at least 6 on the board with some crazy fun plays for all of us as spectators to see.
Tyler Baker is back as the quarterback, and another pass to the sideline, and caught by the sideline receiver, and then he throws the ball, but it's incomplete. A little trickery play there, but did work.
That's exactly what I want to see. Let's see the replay right now. Shotgun snap back to number 6 to 13. 13 drops back and pitches it all the way downfield, a play we would never see in the first 3 quarters. But I'm glad we got to see it right now. I mean, let's give these people a show. They paid their hard-earned money to buy a ticket to come see this. Let's give them what they paid for.
Overthrown pass. A little razzle-dazzle, they say. And here we go with a second down and 10 yards to go. 47 is the ball placement.
Exactly. Justin Timberlake couldn't make the halftime show. Let's give him a little razzle-dazzle since his flight got canceled. He was stuck with bad weather out of Penticton, Canada due to a snowstorm.
Okay, Tyler Baker in the shotgun. There's a pass, and it's completed to number 12, and he's running up for a little yardage and then forced out of bounds. Number 12, Michael Valencia. So it's going to be third down.
Here's the replay right now, Al. We got him shotgun snap back to number 6. Quarterback drops back, passes it up the left side to number 12, and he made some gains. Number 35 tries to push him out of bounds, tries to grab him, couldn't make it, keeps pushing through 3 red jerseys, all the white jerseys doing their jobs, trying to protect the receiver. Unfortunately, it wasn't the gains they were looking for, but now we are in a position for 4 minutes. I didn't catch what down are we in right now, Al?
Right now we're in the third down.
Right now we're in the third down. We are in a position to make things happen. We got 4 minutes on the clock. That's enough time to make things happen, and I still stand by my prediction that they're going to get something on the board in this quarter.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Quarterback's looking for a receiver, but he's running for his life, but attempts to throw and does, and it's caught.
It's a nice catch.
At the 50-yard line, Sean. So
I don't remember where they started. Did they make any gains?
Very little if they did.
Very little if they did. I was more excited for the referee got out of dodge. He was about to get run over.
Ball's at the 44, I believe.
He runs back, and there's 3 jerseys coming after him. Hopefully the referee runs the hell out of dodge before he gets leveled. They're able to make a pass upfield. I don't know if it made it past where they started. If there was any gains, it was very insignificant. But these are the type of risky plays we need to see if they're going to get anything on the board. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Ball is at the 49-yard line now. And West, they need to have a big play to keep their drive going.
They need a first down, and they need it bad. Once they get
5.
that, they need to be risky. Look at that.
Tyler throws along the sidelines, but it's incomplete. And that's going to turn the ball over once again to California.
We're back down. I see all the players running out to the field for a quick powwow. I don't know if they're calling it a game or what's going on, but if they switch right now, I see a situation with California running out the clock. I hope that's not the case. I hope they give everyone a fighting chance. But if there is a game, it's going to be a ground game. It's going to be safe long runs, passes out of bounds. And pretty much they're no longer competing with the best in the West. They're competing against the clock. And I think the California All-Stars versus 3 minutes on the clock, California All-Stars got the win in my favor.
Ball's on the 49-yard line with only, as you say, almost 3 minutes, a little more than 3 minutes remaining in the game. California out in front, 14-0. Here is a fake handoff, but the quarterback is being forced to run downfield and does throw the ball, and it's caught out of bounds. But he did catch it inbounds and runs out of bounds. Number 0.
These are the circus sideshow plays that I love to see the best, and we're getting them right now.
Jaron Scrogan makes that catch.
Number 10 stiff arms him off his back. Referee, again, that guy does not have good luck today. He's going to hit by a piano eventually. Pitches it down the sidelines, catches it at the 50 yards, right before the 50-yard line. And we're at second down and 13 with 3 minutes left on the clock at the end of this quarter. Great audio work from our tech team. We can hear the plays screamed on the sidelines.
Cody Whitaker, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands off, but it's fumbled and picked up by West.
Look at that. Look at that. That was impressive as hell. That's exactly what we're talking about. That's why these risks are made, but the fourth quarter. That was amazing.
There's a turnover here. The ball is fumbled and recovered by West.
Super tight
40.
crossover. Super tight crossover. Was risky in any quarter. They felt they were in a secure position to do it. And it ended up, again, like we talked about earlier, as a gamble and loss. It was a GNL. They were able to play too tight, bumped into each other, tripped on their own 2 feet. The best in the West was able to recover. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And like I said earlier, I hope I'm not wrong because I hate it. You can ask my wife. I hate when I'm wrong, but I think they're going to make a touchdown in this quarter. I think they're going to make a touchdown right now.
Mark Wood was the recovering player who made that recovery for West. Number 19, Cody Blackmore is going to try to throw, but now is running for his life, and he is tackled at about the 41-yard line.
He's got 3 more opportunities to make some circus freak show side plays like that, so we have plenty of time. Watch this replay right here. It started off with a bad snaps, fingertips and then palms, drops it in. He never had a chance here, but he's got 3 more downs. He's got 3 more downs to make this happen. If he can just push forward, it's a win for them. If he can score a touchdown, it's a huge moral win for them.
2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the ball game right now. California leads 14-0, but West trying to score here. As a run by number 19, Cody, the quarterback, runs out of bounds, which stops the clock.
Number 19, Cody Blackmore, has been doing this all game, and if you ask me personally, I've been okay with it because every time he takes the ball and every time he runs with it, 9 times out of 10 he ends up with a first down.
He's been most of their offense, Sean, in this game, really.
He really has, and that's really a pat on the back to himself that he's someone with that kind of built-in instincts, that instincts that you're born with, that makes you a quarterback.
3rd and 3, ball at the 36, under 2 minutes to play, remaining in the game. Cody Blackmore in the shotgun.
Let's see what he pulls out of his helmet.
Here comes the snap. He's looking to throw, but he decides to run, and he still may throw it, which he does, and it's not caught.
He might have been able to get the first down if he took it himself, and he might be in that position right now that in basketball LeBron James finds himself in all the times. He can do it himself, but he doesn't want to suffer the lashback and the feedback from critiques, from armchair quarterbacks that tell him, hey, you had a chance to work with your teammates and you didn't. But when you don't, it comes up short. Maybe he should have taken it himself.
Well, it looked like he had a lot of running room. He probably could have made that first down on himself, really.
That's something that an 18-year-old doesn't have the knowledge or presence of mind to do.
So it's now 4th and 3, the ball in the 36-yard line. And let's see what happens. Cody looks to pass, but decides to run again, runs straight up the field.
And look at that, it pays off, it paid off.
All the way. No, he is brought down at the 25, 24-yard line. Nice play by the quarterback, Cody Blackmore.
Look at him right now. This has paid off huge. Cody, every time he takes the ball for himself, he gets the most gains on his team. I got a strong feeling that last play he fell under pressure, under scrutiny of not working well with his teammates, as most would say, but no. Anytime he takes the ball for himself, he makes gains. I would dare say the most gains in this game.
He's made the first down, so it's 1st and 10 on the 24.
They are in scoring position for the first time, and I'm putting it all on the Cody Blackmore.
Let's see what happens. Cody's looking to throw, and he does. Sideline pass, and it's caught by number 4, and he's going to elude it. He elude a tackler, and he's still up and running, and he goes down to about the 20-yard, 19-yard line. That's enough for the first down. They're stopping the clock here.
Let's take a look at this again. Snaps back to Cody. Cody drops back, looks to his right, pitches up to number 4. Number 4 makes a little bit of games to the best in the West. That's Luke Quinn. Luke Quinn has been getting a lot of yards in this game himself. Takes past 2 red jerseys. The 3rd red jersey takes him down right at the sidelines. Clock is stopped. The West has time to recoup. They have 60 seconds on the clock right now. Their coach is talking to them right now, telling them how we can get in scoring position, how we can make this happen. Let's put something on the board for everybody that's supporting the best in the West. And I think they're going to do it.
It'll be 2nd down. They didn't have enough for that first down, so it'll be 2nd and 3 on the 14-yard line as the West is trying to get their first score of the evening. They trail 14-0. But like we said earlier, time is running out for these guys. Only 53 seconds remaining in the game.
Right now, the best in the West is competing against the clock. I think the California All-Stars have won this game, but if the best in the West can get one touchdown in here, it's a moral victory. It's a victory for all these teammates, all these players that came from all over the country to do their best, and I think their best is one touchdown in one game, and in 53 seconds, I think they can pull it off.
I think they can too. They seem like they're determined to get into the end zone, and they've got 53 seconds to do it. And see, that clock is not right. Let's see.
We got about a minute left in this game. I think it was just under 60 seconds, 53 I believe, but it was just under 60 seconds. The best in the West has 1 minute to make this happen. I've been a huge supporter of them this whole game. I've been very impressed with everything they've done. I really think they've been a product of circumstance. I think the best in the West is just as talented as the California All-Stars. I just think today was the day for the California All-Stars. Any other day, this could be a pick'em. Any other day, this would be a 50-50 gamble. But right now, the best in the West has a moral victory. They have something to prove to themselves, and I really, really believe they're going to make it happen. I hope they're going to make it happen. I think they need it, I think they want it, and I think they're going to make it happen.
Okay, we're still trying to correct the time on the play clock here. Last I had seen it was 53 seconds, but
53 seconds was what I remember. Hopefully we can get a couple replays in the time being. I can show you what's happened tonight. I can show you the freak show plays we've made in the fourth quarter. We can see exactly what's happened tonight while we get our clock worked out. We can show you exactly what the difference is between a 14-0 game in the fourth quarter and a 14-0 game that's happened in the first three quarters. California put that 14 on the board early on in this game. If we're going to make it happen, they're going to show us how it differentiates in the fourth quarter versus the first through the three. And I can show you all those freak show plays, all those amazing replays that we had all night. And it looks like we're going to get started without our graphic box having the correct time, but the referees have it on their stopwatch.
Okay, they're number 19, the quarterback.
Wow, was that complete?
It's an incomplete pass by Blackmore. So the time is being kept on the field by the referees. So it's third down, I believe. Third down and about 3 yards to go.
3rd and 3 tonight, playing for the best of the West. Chaz Sanders, Eric Gavaldon, Luke Quinn, Zachary Bennett, Tyler Baker, William Harvey. Looks like we're about to kick off.
Number 19 quarterback takes the snap, looking for a receiver, decides to run himself up the field, and he's down to about the 9-yard line.
That's got to be a first, right?
It'll be pretty close to a first down.
Pretty close to a first. Here's a replay right now on the board. Snaps back to the quarterback. The quarterback decides he has no open players, so decides to take it for himself. Runs it up 15, runs up 5 more, gets it past the 10, if you ask me, maybe to the 9. Regardless, they're in scoring position. They're where they want to be. This is the point where you don't take a time to breathe. This is the time where you put the pressure on them. This is the time where you have forward momentum working in your favor, and you take that on.
Well, timeout on the field now by the refs. A little conferring with the coaches for the West squad to see what they're going to do, I assume.
Hopefully there's no clock debate. We have Michael Valencia, number 12, Dakota Keller, also playing for the best in the West. Number 16, Riley Lane, Malik Dennis, Cody Blackmore, Jermaine Collins, Alex Herrera, William Barfield, Xavier Flores, Yaquez Carter, Josh Hawes, Trey Lemley, number 40, Mark Wood, Darius Deed, Brady Raddick, Sidney Malalou, Brandon Reyes, Jason Vandergraaf, Christian Bossblade, Nathan Gifford, Scott Hughes, Philippi Lewis, Jacob Bockoff, all playing tonight for the best of the West. Before we get started, we'll run off the roster for California All-Stars, and we'll let you know who else has played in the game tonight, who else has really, if you ask me, fought their hearts out. These kids have come out here tonight, seniors in high school, and fought their hearts out.
Okay, it's 2nd and 3 now. Let's see what happens. There's a snap and a handoff to one of the backs, and he's in for a touchdown.
Amazing, amazing. What they needed, exactly what they needed. This is a moral victory.
Luke Quinn runs it in for the first touchdown for West.
That timeout was what they needed. Number 19 hands off to number 4. Number 4, Luke Quinn, amazing. Runs in for a touchdown. That's what they needed. They needed on the board. They need to go home to their home states. This is the best of the West. These are not California natives. New Mexico, California, Idaho, Utah, California, Canada. They could go home and say, I played against the biggest, I played against the best, and I put 6 on the board, probably 7 when we're done with it, and said, this is what I come back home with. I'm very proud of all these kids. That was an amazing, amazing play.
Nice run by Quinn and a good handoff by the quarterback. And it looks as though they're going to try to go for 2 points here.
Why not? What else they got to lose? They got the moral victory. Now let's just get closer. Number 19 drops
back. There's a pass into the end zone.
Amazing! Amazing!
It's a 2-point conversion.
Very good. Number 13, Dakota Keller catches it for the 2-point conversion. Here's the replay right now from Marietta, Washington. Number 19, quick pitch back, pitches it over to number 13.
Dakota Keller makes the catch on that touchdown.
Dakota Keller, good for these kids. I am proud of all these kids. Al, we just saw a hell of a game. We saw these kids fighting their hearts out. I am so proud of all these kids. I'm so proud of all these parents for helping these kids come out here and make the highest level of competition available to them possible. And we are able to wrap up this game saying thank you to all these kids. Great job, amazing effort, amazing ability. And this really was a pick-em. This really was anybody's ball game.
Well, they never gave up, and that's a great sign of success. You stay in there and hang in there as long as you can, and that leads to a touchdown for the squad. So it's 14-8. And we have about 30 seconds, I believe, remaining in the game. And we'll have a kickoff by the West squad to California. Might be an onside kick here, Sean.
Who knows? Oh, my God, we might be able to be in a position where we get a tie game.
Could be.
Representing California tonight, number 0, Jaron Scoggins, number 3, Joshua Smith, Brent Boehm, Lon Carney, Cody Whitaker, Patrick Lucas, Paul Manis, Nick Koster, Nathan Lancaster, Latimer Taylor, Keaton McCoy, Nathan James, William Nicholson as we line up for the kickoff. Nicholas Burles, Elijah Gurley, Andra Davis, Parker Sabia, Jolly and Wyatt, Nicholas Como, Darius Griffin. I'll continue with the rest after the kickoff.
A short kick, but it is recovered by California, so they will control their own destiny. Just holding onto that ball, and they will win this game.
California makes the recovery. California represented still by number 57, Bradley Taylor, number 70, Kyle Holman, Rob Walker, Joshua Norton, Rakewan Yates, Cole Carruthers, Cretan Webb, number 96 for the California All-Stars. And now we're in a position where I don't think California is going to take a knee. I think these kids are going to play each other. I think these kids are now in a position where they're both happy. California, it seems like, might have the victory of the game, but West has the moral victory, and now they're at a position where we can say, we came, we divided, we conquered, and now they can come together as high school students. They can come together as 18-year-old kids saying, hey, let's make our game the best as possible. Let's step on to the next level, and I'm going to see you guys in the NCAA. I'm going to see you guys in the NFL, and we can shake hands, be competitors, be teammates there.
Just seconds remaining in the ball game right now. Cole Carruthers is the quarterback on a handoff to number 8, and he's going to be put down for a loss. Number 8, Lon Carney, was the ball carrier.
16 seconds left on the clock. It hasn't stopped. We're going through to the end of the fourth quarter. This looks like it could be the game.
It looks as though it will be the game. Just about 8 seconds remaining as California pulls out a victory.
The players are flooding the field. And let's give a round of applause to all these kids tonight.
You bet. The game is over as California wins, but let's say West really came back with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to make it 14-8. A great little football game here at Temecula.
Very, very impressive here. Very, very impressive game out here in Temecula, California. We saw California All-Stars win with 14 points against the best in the West, 8 points on the board for them. A round of applause to, again, all these. We call them athletes, but they're kids. They're very much kids. These are seniors in high schools ready to take that next step. These kids are ready to take that next step and step up, and we had the luxury, we had the privilege of seeing them perform in front of our eyes before they stepped onto the big stage.
Well, they're congratulating each other just like good athletes do, and it's been a great game. We've been proud to bring this game via the internet, and it's been great fun working with you, Sean. as we conclude our broadcast of the All West Football Classic from Temecula, California, featuring some of the top senior athletes in California and in other western states and not so western states as well, and really cross country in Canada as well. So, Sean, thanks for being my sidekick. Until the next time, we want to say have a pleasant evening, everyone.
Absolutely. Have a great evening. You guys have a happy new year. Hats off to all these kids tonight. If you can, please hang around for an award show after the game. We're going to celebrate all these kids, all the hard work these seniors have brought to this game tonight with our awards ceremony. I'm Sean Navari. I'm signing off. Thank you so much for this game, Al, and then we will see you guys at the award show.
There you go.
Thank you, NUC All West parents and athletes. Saturday night time for everybody. We invite the West team and the California team to gather at the 50-yard line. We have 2 awards to give out.